George, are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why the Hales will we buy where we want.
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
Every meeting. And you're going to bring the police if you remove me while they'll come in.
I didn't start this war with the neighbors.
But I fully intend on winning it.
I have anxiety over the roof. And I can't take this. I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of date and time. I do not, and my brain does not work that way. My child just fell down. You are not a nice person.
Good evening, everybody. Man, oh man, oh man. We got storms rolling in. lots of rain. It's gonna be a crazy weekend. Week. Hey, how's it going? I used to be young. Good to see you. Good to see you, Heidi. Yeah, it's crazy. I was checking on some of this stuff earlier, and I was like, oh, this is not looking good for us. It looks like they're getting some stuff hitting the coast in Florida, and that's going to be a little bit crazy. I did pull up a little bit of the how was it? I was just looking at it like a minute ago. I guess I closed it off. But no, it looks like DeSantis in Florida is like handling some, trying to get people to shelter. And they're getting hit pretty hard. I have a brother down in Florida, so I talked to him a little bit ago, and he's doing good. He was like, "Yeah, we got something planned. We're going to be going to a villa. You want to bring your wife along?" Yeah, he's down there on the other side of Florida. He's on the ocean side, not the Gulf side. Hey, Daniel Perry, good to see you. Good to see. I used to be young, and Heidi. Yeah, tonight will be an interesting one. Trying to play catch up and get through these depositions. And hopefully we don't lose power. Some friends of ours in like another neighborhood, they lost power probably about an hour and a half ago. And if I do lose power, that means I probably have about 15 minutes before I have to shut down my stream, because I'll lose all internet connection because everything runs on a battery backup, even the interwebs. So it'll be interesting to see how far we get through this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. This is like I said, I'm so far behind. I'm like 10 days behind all of this. So I'm just catching up to where everybody else has probably already seen. You get my reaction on it. Ooh, it's always good. So tasty.
It's 2:51 p.m. I'm on the record.
Yes, most definitely. Or hurricanes. We have multiple ones. And see, the bad part about this, Tammy, is all the storms that we're getting aren't part of the hurricane. But we're going to be getting some more here after the hurricane. It's almost going to be back-to-back storms. I think for the next like 2 weeks almost, we're going to be getting nothing but storms rolling through with very few days of chill. Which is always fun because it just drives my dogs crazy. So we sort of hunkered down. I've got plenty of food. I've got plenty of things that can be cooked and eaten. If we lose power, I've got a deep freeze that, we've got good amount of food in there. So we should be good to go for a while. That's such a lovely picture. It'll be good. It'll be good. You know, everybody will get through just fine if they were meant to. See? Oh man. Yeah, this deposition's just been the craziest thing that
Put
I've
the
seen.
toys away, mommy, like a good girl.
Stop calling me. It's so creepy.
Man, when you're speaking,
Hey
are
Steve.
you speaking through an open door?
Don, the door, the
Oh, I'm in Atlanta. So I'm like outskirts of Atlanta. I mean, it's still considered Atlanta. Of course, they consider Metro Atlanta everything. My address would be considered Atlanta, but so we get you know, we've got storms rolling through. So Atlanta, Georgia, that's where I'm at. You're Central Michigan? Oh, nice. I haven't been to Michigan in a long time. You have a plan. You have batteries, emergency candles. You can boil water, freeze dried mountain house food. That's the way to do it. And it's serious. I mean, if you're used to having storms, now when we first moved to the house we currently live in, we lost power within the first year. I would say like 4 times in the first year. Just because where we're located at, like power gets knocked off at one end, it's gone, and the whole neighborhood gets knocked off in the other, and we're gone. And we're sort of like low on their priority of getting power back up. And each time was, you know, 2 or 3, so I think two or 3 days, and then the following year we got power knocked out. I think it was for close to 2 weeks. And that really sucked. And that year I got a generator, so I hooked it up a couple of years ago. I got the generator all hooked up. I have it on a kill switch, so it doesn't feed back into the power line. And so I can just go out there, fire up that generator, and kick it on. It's not a very big generator, but I only have to power up half the house. But it's enough to like brew coffee, keep the refrigerator going, that kind of thing. Keep the wine fridge cool. Yeah, I'm used to losing power in this house. You just left a crime channel. It was really uncomfortable for what happened. I'm glad it really was so I have a cleanse. I don't know if I'm much of a cleanse. I mean, I had to. You can't tell, but the beard needs a trim, and my beard trimmer broke, like because it was one of those cheap ones, and so I ordered a new one, and I'm gonna be happy whenever that shows up, so I can get this mess all like nice and clean looking again. This black dude is now suing the sheriff deputy and everyone who helped Lloyd get his trailer. It's not her doing it, and she may be, but I think part of it is the attorney that's helping her. Just has a penchant for just suing everybody. I mean, like, oh, let's just sue. Do you not realize whenever you lose that you're going to have to pay fees? But it doesn't hurt him any because he still gets paid either which way. That's the thing about it. Plus, he gets the fame for it. Crazy.
The screen door was shut. I asked him to close the door because it's getting cold in here, and I don't want my little girl to get cold.
But
I just had to change her clothes because she got in a puddle.
Mr. Cook is not to be listening to this deposition.
He's not listening to anything.
He's totally
so
listening.
He can hear your voice when you just said to him to do something.
The door is
That's why
shut.
she's yelling.
This is again. I don't know how many times it's been. Again, I was asking you a question.
Yeah, woman.
You know.
Just cake hole. And she just gets up and walks away. I'm going to speed it up a little bit.
I went and got my glass of pop. I left it over there on the counter. I shut the door.
Well, and here's the thing, Jenna. This is for a deposition. I mean, this is not a big waste of time. This is for a deposition. Okay. Imagine this, you know, Jen. Imagine that you've got a neighbor, but imagine this. Remember those foot pics you posted on the interwebs? Okay. I hate to remind you of that. I know. But just imagine some guy sees that and he's like, I want to be close to this person. And so he buys the house right across the street from you. And then he like starts talking to you just to make sure who you are, who you think you are. And then he starts trying to become friends with you just so he can get a look at your toes. And next thing you know, this person has interjected themselves in every part of your life. And whenever you reject them, you say, leave me alone. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And you get a restraining order on them. They turn around and get a restraining order on you and then go after you. And anytime that you mention their name or try to bring attention to this person that you're fearful of, then they sue you. That's the situation that he's in. And that's why this deposition is so important. The difference is our court system doesn't work the same way. That's true, but that's what we're dealing with is a wackadoodle kind of guy. Talon's gonna chew him up, keep him sharp. Damn it. You stay away from Jen's toes, damn it. Yamaha pervert. Animal welfare also got called on because Star and Bald Patches took day off work. Animal at least shows up medication for pup. The third time. Sue her for harassment. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You missed my message right before that one. Oh yeah. I just like giving you how dare you. How dare you. Oh, I've seen your feet pics. Oh, I've saved them. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't save those. I wouldn't do that to you. I made the mistake of posting. Yeah, she did. She did. Oh my God. So she posted those on there, and I said something to her also. I was like, you might not want to have those up. She was like, I know. I got all kinds of messages. It was like, oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. I feel so bad for you because that just, you're like happy and proud and you want to show off and you're like, oh, this just makes me feel really good. And then somebody says, oh yeah, I'll make you feel really good. Show me them toes. Show me them nubbins.
Door all the way.
When you were speaking to John Cook, you were just speaking to John Cook just now, right?
I went outside and asked him to get me ice quick.
Oh,
He
no,
handed
ma'am,
me
we saw
ice.
you, ma'am. No, I'm sorry. We saw you on this video saying something to John Cook.
I did not. I said, I left. I got up. I said, get me some ice, please. And I handed him my cup. He filled the cup up from the freezer that's outside.
Oh,
He handed me back the cup. I shut the door.
It amazes me that she thinks she can do whatever she wants. This is a court proceeding. This is on the record. She can and will be held liable for everything. She's got a child in the courtroom, and technically this is the courtroom. She's got John in the courtroom. John's listening to everything, has been there the entire time. She thinks she can just get up, go do whatever she wants anytime. And God forbid how that straw feels with those lips all over it.
Oh my gosh.
That's not what I was referring
Thanks
to.
again.
We're just gonna move on.
And I will say
Thank you.
thanks again for Jeremy allowing me to hijack his stuff off of this and comment on it. I mean, with him releasing this deposition and showing this has been so just like eye-opening. I mean, because we only saw little snippets of it, but it really shows the level of insanity that is just happening in these. Wow. Like, could you imagine sitting through 7 hours of this in one sitting? One sitting.
He's outside.
The video will speak for itself when it's replayed. So,
Right. The door was shut. The screen door was open. Mr. Hales was out. Mr. Cook was outside. I asked him to shut the door because it's cold and I didn't want to get up from the screen and shut it myself.
again, there's no reason to shout. So you answered my question. I'm going to ask you that again. So the
Can't
entire
help it,
time
man.
the door's been open,
Ears are
has my
ringing.
voice been able to be heard by him out there?
No, John was not out there. Him and the baby were running around the yard playing in the driveway in the
Install
friggin'
Z.
puddles. So I had to take the break, not only to go potty, but to change my daughter's wet clothes. If you'd like to see them, I will show you.
No, I don't.
Oh,
No,
geez,
no,
woman.
Let's proceed. Okay. Can you see this screen, or did I make it bigger?
Yeah, I can see it sort of.
Can you read it?
Yes, I can read it.
Okay. So the Fifth Amendment,
really?
this is from the Cornell Law School, law.cornell.edu. It's quoting the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It says, and it quotes here, quote, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentation or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, or in an actual service, in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor
Nice.
shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation." That's the Fifth Amendment.
I know
So-
what the Fifth Amendment is. Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
now you
Do
do.
you see anywhere where it says that you have a right under the Fifth Amendment to avoid being what you feel is being badgered by an attorney in a deposition?
It isn't. Yes, I see that. I have a right not to criminally get myself criminally charged with anything. And I
That's
am
right.
being investigated by Mr. Hales in a criminal offense. So I have the right to plead the Fifth.
You do.
Absolutely.
I got it. And that's what I was trying to clarify. So when you've taken the Fifth and deposition all through now, that's what you're referring to, the reason why, right?
Exactly, because
Okay,
he is trying to charge me with criminal crimes.
You
So
don't say it
anything
twice.
that's
Criminal
looking
crimes,
twist
not
or
just crimes,
turn
but
or
criminal crimes.
elaborate or change to look like I said what I didn't say, I'm not going to say.
I got it.
But you
I
said what you
understand it.
said.
Okay, I understand. I got it. You don't have to say it
Oh.
twice. I understand your reasons. Okay,
sad.
But it seems like we understand the reasons why you vote the Fifth. I got it, and we all have it. It took a while, but we
Where's
finally
P.
got it.
Diddy
Okay,
head?
So
He's
because
hanging
you
out
took-
with
you took the Fifth
Sam.
To the question I was going to ask you about your exhibit, this last page. That's what got started here. You weren't going to answer questions about this page 47. So can I go through and ask you the other questions here? Or are you going to take the Fifth about this document?
Sure. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Showing you her
Thank you.
nose hairs.
Good. All right. This is still in the comment section. I want to ask you a question about this. And if you want to take the Fifth, any questions, you can do so. If you want to. If you don't want to, it's your right. You highlighted this, what is going on with Mary, and what are we going to start seeing people going into jail? And then you
Well,
wrote
when?
Mary, I can't read. Can you read what you wrote?
It says, Mary, ex-town clerk, he abused her to have a stroke. He abused her to a stroke.
What's this us?
Here's the thing. You can't abuse someone. Well, I guess you could, but you would have to like physically abuse them. But just talking to them, if they're having issues like that, that was coming anyway. If a person is being stressed out by, oh my God, then, you know, here's the thing, retire. Don't do that work anymore. Just say, I'm done. And you're thinking that if one person is raising a stink and asking questions, and you're saying, "Oh, I'm having a stroke. I can't handle this anymore," dude. What did he do? Break a blood vessel? I guess he must have. I mean, not the one in her neck. I mean, good Lord, the one in her neck is enough to like stroke out on anyway.
Does it say us?
U.S.
U.S.?
I don't know. What is going on with Mary? What are we going to start seeing? Oh, when are we going to start seeing people in jail? I wrote us. He means us. He talking in his video about sending us to jail. So the people are asking, when are we going to see all these people that you say are going to jail? When are we going to see them going to jail?
If only she had a crystal ball, she would know that Crook has already done 40 days in jail and has multiple
40
charges. that he's
days
going
in
to
the
court for.
hole.
Felony charges, which most likely he'll do more time in.
Cholesterol
jail
buildup plaque.
for.
Yeah,
Yep. Looks like she's probably headed that direction too.
Okay. And
you'll see it.
so, and then you said Mary X.
Wait until
town
she
clerk,
starts
he
sucking
abused-
on that straw. Just
To a stroke.
no.
Mary had a stroke
How do you
because
know-
of
how do
the
you-
abuse.
How do you know
No.
that Mary, the ex-town clerk, had a stroke because of the abuse?
Because it has been diagnosed for her that she had a stroke due to the stress and the crap that she had been put through.
That is not true. Here's the thing. If you're going to make a claim like this, you have to be able to prove this. You can't just say something. Oh, I had a stroke because of this. Oh, that would just be like saying, oh, my eyesight's gone bad because, I beat off. Well, prove that. I mean, it's just like, no, that's not how it works. You can't just make this blanket statement and say that's what caused it. You have to provide proof of that's what caused it. She brings a suit that doesn't want to answer questions. Stupid is what stupid is what stupid does.
How do you know this?
Because her doctor said so. To Mary.
Yes, so.
And then Mary told you?
Mary didn't tell me. I'm friends with people that she did tell. And everyone is aware of it.
So in other words, more under oath in court proceedings, defamation. Recorded. Under oath. Recorded. Defamation. You can't prove it.
They
If
are.
it's said to harm another, which this was, then it's defamation.
Because you have
Now,
claws.
if I caused Mary to
You have
have a
claws.
stroke, my goodness, what has LIEnette and Crook caused to me and George?
Okay, so one of Mary's friends told you that Mary's doctor
Suffering.
said that she had a stroke because of the abuse given by Mr. Hale.
Yes.
her.
Yes. The whole town knows it.
The whole town knows this.
Okay, let's see this page now, which is the last page for the record.
It's a valid question.
Let's go to 45 and 47. It's a comment again, and you highlighted, going back to 46 for a second. This is your highlighting, right, ma'am?
Yes, I highlighted it.
Now on this
That's why I
page
don't
46
stress
to
out
45,
about
did you highlight this also, where it says sadly, those two?
It says, sadly, those two,
Friends
Ellen
over
J,
at the
Lynette, and
moment.
John,
Right.
will not give up unless they are arrested. Finally, I doubt they will stop because they are cray-cray, don't usually go away, because cray-cray don't usually go away.
No.
With everything that he tells his fans, this is what they believe, even if they're being told lies.
Okay.
So
No, all we have to do is see with our own eyes. See, and that's the thing. I've said this before. You can watch with your own eyes and you can see the cray-cray. Okay? It's not normal. It's not normal to call a child mommy. That's cray-cray. Okay? It's not normal to be sitting in a deposition and yelling at the top of your freaking lungs. That's cray-cray. It's not normal for you to be living in absolute squalor and think that that is appropriate place to bring up a child. That's cray-cray. So whenever you hear this, you know that there's a lot of cray-cray going on. It's not, and it's something you can see with your own eyes. The problem is she does not like being exposed. It's the total hypocrite thing. Hypocrites hate it whenever you point those things out. Yeah, this is from her own mouth. Exactly. That's been my point this whole time. It's like these words that are coming. Can you understand where is it coming out of my mouth? Yeah, this is her.
600 and however many thousand or whatever many numbers of fans that he has, minus the ones that have left, believe that we are doing all of these things to him that we are not.
And you don't know what this person is, Jill got 65, 67. You don't know her, right?
No, I do not.
So you don't know what she believes, right?
She just said it.
Look,
She said it right there.
Yes, but you don't know what she means when she says this, right?
I know what the video said,
Yes,
and
she
she's
does
answering to the video.
Right.
Sir, come on. Come on.
You're interrupting.
I object. You're badgering me. You can read it for yourself. She says exactly what she means.
All right, let's go over what she said.
Oh no! Get off the
You
straw!
know what she means.
Get off the straw!
Do you know what she means when she says L&J will not give up unless they are arrested? What does she mean? Having you
She
give
means
up
that John and I are not going to give up stalking.
Yeah, let me finish the goddamn question.
It truly,
No, you're not,
truly is.
Todd.
It is mind-boggling how many times you've done that. So let's try it again.
Jesus, woman.
When she
Shut
says,
your cake hole.
sadly, those two, L and J, will not give up unless they are arrested. Do you know what she means by saying you give up? What is she saying that you need to give up doing? Do you know?
Yes, he's
What?
saying he is saying to his fans on his video that we're stalking him, that we're following him, that we're putting signs up all over the towns, that we're doing these things to him, and we are not doing them.
Okay.
We are not. So they are believing what Mr. Hales is saying, and hence they have made this decision in their minds about who we are and what we are doing.
Okay. Do you know whether or not she believes that you have stalked Mr. Hales because she read an Ohio court's finding of fact that you have?
It doesn't have anything to do with the courts in Ohio. It has to do with his videos.
Yes,
and
it
what he says
does.
He said, "Oh, he doesn't talk
It
about."
has everything to
his
do with the
Ohio
courts in
injunctions his videos?
Ohio.
Yes,
Against
he
you?
does. Talks about everything.
Ma'am, could you go back on the screen, please?
Yes, I'm trying to get my child support.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Stephen Farmer, I will tell you. Whenever I first moved to Georgia, I lived in the white trash trailer park. I joke not when I say white trash trailer park. I mean, it was white trash trailer park. It was funny watching the reaction whenever I kicked on the PA system and started cranking out NWA straight out of Compton. Oh God, that was hilarious just watching him. Like, what in the hell was that? Man, did you hear what he said? What don't all close the Facebook groups? What? Yeah, exactly. What about all those Facebook groups? Sure, just walk away. Oh, this is what she does. This is what she does. I mean, and it's, yep, poof, gone. Well, gotta, do what you gotta do. There's not taking it seriously. That isn't listening to her, and he's badgering her for 7 hours, being treated like an idiot. I'd go crazy too. Well, you gotta be taking. She should be taking this very seriously. You can take Shizzy out of the trailer park. You just can't take the park out of Shizzy. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Like I said, NWA cranked with a what was it, 15,000 watt PA system. Yeah, because we just got off tour and then we had no place to go. We were supposed to be playing a show at the 40 watt in Athens, and that got canceled because of inciting a riot. I think that was in West Palm. Yeah, we got in trouble. We didn't incite a riot. It was just some local decided to smart off to an outlaw biker and pulled a knife on him, and the outlaw biker pulled a gun on the knife wielder. And it was while we were playing on stage. We had no idea this crap happened, but it was because our music incited a riot or some crap like that. And so it was a weird thing. And we had Daytona Beach set up for spring break. We were supposed to be playing down in the Keys, and all those got canceled. And the last one we had was in Athens at the 40 watt. And so on our way back up, we were actually in Georgia at the time, where 16 splits off. And that's whenever we got the call. It was just like, yeah, they canceled too. So we had a friend that was in Georgia, and they said, yeah, we'll find you a place. And we ended up living in a white trash trailer park for about 3 months. That's whenever the band split up. I ended up living in a mortuary. Sorry. And yeah, it was crazy. It was just a crazy time. The 90s were a blast.
She was about to dump the thing down on herself. I was trying to protect my child.
Is she in your room now, your child?
My this is a tiny camper. You saw it. She's in the bedroom, but
wait, what? Huh? Sorry. What? Back up. No. That was the day that Shizzy and my love blew. Wait, I wasn't there. Never mind. What is NWA? Come on. You've never heard Straight Outta Compton? and I can't play that music here. It has been like it will get me all kinds of removed from YouTube. Just look up NWA Straight Outta Compton. That is probably one of the best albums that was released in the late 80s, early 90s. It is by far one of the best. You've spent 5 whole ass minutes talking about a trailer park, yada yada yada, over the mortuary. No, I moved to a mortuary. It used to be a mortuary. Now it's like what the hell is it? It's like some sort of fraternity house. But back whenever we first moved in there, it was like an old mortuary that had been, or a funeral home, and in the back there was a mortuary. It's right across the street from the Confederate graveyard in Marietta, Georgia. I'll show you pictures of what it looks like now at some point. Yeah.
She came into right here next to me to a tote, and if she would have pulled it down, it would have hurt her. So I jumped up to grab the tote to get it down for her, so at least she can play with it on the floor and not get hurt. I don't want her to have it, but you won't let John Cook sit in the bedroom to watch my child.
What? She won't let John Cook watch her in the bedroom?
You won't let him sit in the bedroom to watch her because you don't want him in the camper.
He's not allowed to be in this room with a deposition going on. Okay.
So there's 2 rooms. Can he be in the back room with my child so that
he
can protect her?
Can you make it so he can't hear this?
All I can do is pull the partition shut.
Ma'am. All right. So again, you said this woman, if it is Jill Gott, or this person, Jill Gott, 65, 67, it could have watched and heard about on Jeremy's web pages or YouTube videos that you have been found by a courts in the state of Ohio to have been a stalker of him, right?
I was fraudulently found guilty of it, and when we will prove that.
Okay. That doesn't answer the question. Let's try it again.
Did she watch his video?
You don't know.
Yeah.
You're doing it again.
Woman, shut up.
You don't know what she was relying on. She could have been relying on saying, will not give up. And you said stalking you. And she could have been relying on the Ohio court's order as believing that you were stalking him, right?
No, she had just watched the video. Those are words from her while the video is running. So she's watching the video and commenting while his video is going. That's how you get comments, sir.
All right, we're gonna move on.
So annoying.
Here's page 41. Is this your writing where it says this says it all? Right here.
Yes, absolutely.
And you drew the arrow to the comment?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so the comment is, and I'm going to again remind you to caution you to not interrupt me as I ask you this question. The comment is to Jeremy, you're extraordinary and so flippin' funny that once watched, it is addictive. That's the comment that you says it all? That Jeremy is extraordinary and so flippin' funny that watching him is addictive? How does that say it all?
Yes, when you watch the video that is connected to this, he was talking about all the things that we're doing to him. And
you didn't watch the whole video. You didn't watch the whole video, right?
I watched part of the video. I said I watched the parts that are pertinent.
Right.
Pertinent.
So you didn't watch
and the man,
right.
What I was showing came from what the judge had asked. The judge had asked in court at some point, why do these things, excuse me. Let me change that. It was Mr. Feathers, his old lawyer, that said to me, how do all of these fans, I just can't believe that they believe all of this stuff and that they watch this stuff. Are you telling me that they just get intrigued by it and engulfed in it? That's why this says it all. The guy says straight up, it's addictive. They watch this stuff because they get addicted to the hate, the humiliation that he gives to us, the things that he says about us. Sure, it's funny when you dress John in a pig ears and snout and face and you post it on the internet, of course it's funny.
Were any of those images that you just
Well-
described in your answer under oath on this video that you're referring to with these comments?
Not me. I don't know if they're on this video, but they're on
Right,
every
so-
other video. Every
why are you
video
attributing-
has that on it. Every video has those things on it.
Except this
Every
one.
thumbnail.
You don't know that. You just said.
I've already given it to the judge. The judge has it. Would you like me to show you a picture of what I'm talking about?
I'd like you to, first of all, understand again that I get to ask the questions, not you. And secondly, I'd
God.
like to ask you to please lower your voice. There's no reason to shout. So that you've already
It's just
testified
like,
that you didn't
Jesus.
watch this entire video, which I believe is over 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to watch the ends of it.
You did not, you've only watched of this video that you've attached in your exhibit here. You only watched the comments. Did you watch this comment? I'm not clear. Let's get clear again, because now that we have it in front of us, I mentioned to you at the time, we thought that it would come up and we're seeing it now. So let's get clear. Someone who you not telling us who it is told you to look at this New Year's video and you didn't watch the whole video. You only watched parts of it. And then you said, I said, how do you know which parts? And then you said on the transcript, there's minutes, right? And then you have minutes highlighted here. For example,
I never said there was minutes, sir.
Okay, well then tell us everything you did to only watch, I guess you call it snippets of this.
You only have to watch the beginning. He when he does his lives, he does whatever you call it, an auction or something at the end of the stuff.
What, huh?
So you don't need to watch the ends of the videos, because the ends of the videos are just his auction or whatever.
How would you know if you don't watch it?
I did not.
All right. You guys, you want to see a little bit of Shizzy's old place where he lived. I'll now. Cool part is this was never a mailing address, so nobody can ever search me down here. But this is the house that I lived in, right here. See? And you see the little symbols on there. So if you look, you've got right back here is where they did all the embalming. This little area back here. So this is where they did all the embalming. This was a funeral home at one point in time. Yeah, that's where I lived. And I'll show you another thing. Another thing. Just keep on watching, because there is the cemetery, and you got a lot of Confederate soldiers that are buried in there. So that was my view. I used to go out there late at night and hang out in the cemetery, because you could just jump over that fence and just walk through all these paths, and pretty cool. Yeah, you would live there. Yeah, just lay down, just lay down and die. It's okay. No, it's a pretty cemetery. It's really well kept. Always was. Did I see people? No, I didn't see any people. But yeah, so lived in this little bitty house with a couple other roommates, and then there was other people that lived back here. That was before they put the deck and the stairs, because they lived downstairs and worked on motorcycles. That. Yeah, you would drink a beer with Shizzy watching the sun go down. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. This actually was a pretty cozy little place. It was pretty solidly built and pretty chill. But yeah, that was where I was at. Pretty cool little pad. That was after the trailer park. It looked a lot different back then. Like all of that stuff was overgrown right up through here. And I believe that this tower with this deck or whatever wasn't built there. It was a crazy place. I think it had some cheap ass stairs that went up the other direction. But yeah, that they had like an old furnace in there that they would cremate people in and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, crazy. But that was many decades ago. Hell, probably what, 3 decades ago? hospitals to ghosts love you. Oh, that'd be awesome. Like every single soul passes over your house. Oh, or hangs out. No, I don't get freaked out by that stuff at all. I have a good relationship with the spirits. We're spirits in a spirit
Say that
world.
I've never watched a full video.
But aren't you
I
assuming?
used to watch his videos, sir, until he started belittling, humiliating, and abusing people in Otter Creek. Then I stopped watching his videos, sir.
Right. So if you didn't, and this again, this video
Now I only watch what I need
happens
to.
again. This is really, we're going to put
You
to
didn't let
record-
me finish.
I did, and now it's happening again. So let's start the question once again. I'm asking you a question, and I'm asking you to take caution of these instructions. Please do not interrupt me when I'm asking you a question. Wait until I finish the question before you answer. Okay? I need you to answer that, ma'am.
Okay.
So
Oh wow, that was compliant.
you didn't watch this entire video that you've attached to the court on January 2nd, 2024. So I take it from your answers that because you didn't watch the whole video, you're assuming that these offensive images of John dressed up as a pig and other images you gave in your answer previously are in this video that you're complaining about. Is that fair?
I did not say that.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Again, you're lying. You're saying
I
I
was
said something I
asking
didn't
you.
say.
the
I
record-
did not say that they were
Woman.
actually in this video.
Okay, so let's go back because that's exactly what started
What?
this. You know, that's
What
exactly
video
what
are
started
they
this. You
in?
went and you said something that this is it, and she's watched other videos where he's dressed up in pigs, and it's obviously hilarious and all this stuff. But here it is again. Sandra Kelly, you don't know this person, right? Sandra Kelly, 5967. Ma'am, please put that down.
Let's
You're
go
on
see an
giving
older
testimony.
meeting.
Please put it down.
I've done
If
it
you wanted to
before.
see what I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about.
I can't see it. Ma'am. Please put it down.
Looks like a mouse.
Please put it down.
Okay. Please put it down.
You're being asked a question here. This is based on your writing, your submissions to the court. We were talking about this user, Sandra Kelly, 5967. You don't know this person, correct?
Nope.
And you've never had any communications with this person, correct?
Nope.
Right. And she's not saying this to you, correct?
Nope.
Right. And so you said that when she says that Jeremy is extraordinary and so flip and funny, that once watches addictive, you're saying she said that because it is funny when you see John dressed up as a pig, but you don't know whether Sandra Kelly saw that because it's not in this video, right?
I didn't just say John as a pig. I said all of the things he does like that. I said, what I said, sir, was
Oh my god, he's so crazy. Are you talking about me or her? I mean, because you're talking about me. I'm like perpetually 12 years old. Hey, Melanie, good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. If you're talking about her, well, she's like what? Like 35 or something like that. I don't know. Does it matter? Looney is loony. So I am so am I. This is saying so. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
what was in the video made her say that. The video was degrading. It was humiliating. And these people eat it up. They follow him as if he's Charles Manson and they are his followers. He has followers. We call them cultists.
What would we call the non-thinking, absentee brain individuals that follow LIEnette? Herdist? No. Church of the Stripper Minister? No. Oh, I know. We just call them stupid.
Because they follow him. They are addicted to the hurt of others. That's what I said.
Okay, so I'm going to start saying things now because we're going to try to get this done quicker. So this is going to be called, I'm making a move to strike as non-responsive. So we're going to try it again. Okay. So you didn't watch this video. Okay, let's put it this way. Can you point to anything in the video portions that you watched of this video that you say that Sandra Kelly found funny?
I watched all of that video up until his auction or his mail, whichever it was.
Okay.
I watched the video. It was a horrible video. It was degrading. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating. and it was lies all about John and I
All
and
about it.
others, not just us. And
So now-
then those
now you
comments
did-
come
now-
from those people.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you,
So
Ludwig.
now you did watch all the video.
Ludwig, that is so kind of you. You're reporting this channel. Goodbye. Thank you. Have a wonderful one. You have a good one, Ludwig. Oh, you're a special kind of person. You're just like me. Special in every sort of way. Maybe we can rub helmets. That didn't sound good, did it? That sounded weird. Who's Ludwig? A pianist? Yes. Kisses to him. Yes.
That's different.
Except-
That's
Not to
Oh.
the end.
this is
I just said that.
got to be amazing. The number of times that you've interrupted my
Okay.
question.
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth. Okay, so you're not going to answer any more questions about this page? This page
Nope.
41?
Because you're twisting it again. Nope. Plead the fifth.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Let's see this question. Page 40 now. This is, you wrote here on page 40. Can you see this?
Can you see it? No, can't see it. Hey, Jen Devka, check out your X messages whenever you get a chance. You're good. Yeah, the
So yes or
nose.
no, can you see it? I didn't ask you to read
How
it.
many hairs?
Yes, I'm reading. Well, so I shouldn't read it?
I just asked you can you see it?
Can you see
I
it?
had to look and see if I could read it before I could tell you I could see it. Oh my God.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you wrote, this is why we are filmed every day. We're terrified a fan will hurt us for them. Are those your words?
Yes.
And then you highlighted a section of here. That's what you were referring to, is why you are filmed every day and why you're terrified a fan will hurt us for them, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the statement is, this past Saturday the 30th, we were in Otter Creek hoping to come across you too because we are fans. I'm hoping someday we
Great.
can meet. What
Hey, that's
in
nice.
that statement makes you believe that you're filmed every day and terrifies you that if a fan will hurt you? You're not even mentioned in this post, right?
Are you done? So I can answer it?
When I stop talking, I'm done.
Oh, well, sometimes not, but the fans come here to see him and they video our property. We are videoed at least 10, 15 times a day by different cars.
Really?
Every
So-
day. We are filmed every day by
And these
his
cars-
fans.
I mean, that right there is free promotion. I mean, think about this. If you're running a turtle refuge, okay, and people are coming by and they're filming you, man, just, oh my God, I could totally the amount of grifting I could do off of that, just that alone. And I would have signs up. I'd be welcome people over, like come by, for donate if you would like to. I got my donation box right there. You can donate, you can come in, you can see the turtles, you can see the kind of work we're doing. I would walk them through the property, explain what we're doing to taking care of the turtles in this particular place. I mean, the amount of grifting I would do off of this, and in a good way, because what are you trying to do? You're trying to help these turtles out. So how awesome would it be that you've got all this promotion of people coming by and they're wanting to film you, and all you have to do is just open it up and say, hey, here we are. If you can park on the street, we can only allow so many people in because we don't want to distress the turtles. This is what we do here. This is the work that we're doing. These are the types of turtles we have. All your donations are going to go to help build this place up and make it a really comfortable place. Oh my God, the amount of grift she could have gotten off of this, and not to make money. I'm not saying to make money. I'm just saying to make this place really awesome. Like the amount that she could have done. Saying, we're doing everything we can. We've got this, we've got done this. This is how we're doing things, and walking people through like what a day is like in doing this. I mean, my God, you know, my wife and I went to France. What was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago, went to France, and we traveled all over the place. It was really cool because this guy has a place where they grow mushrooms. They're in the caves and just grow mushrooms. And so we go into do this tour, and he's explaining, you know, well, this is, you know, I don't speak English really well, so we've sort of set this thing up for you crazy freaking Americans that need to know this kind of stuff. Not saying that, but you go through the whole tour, and then afterwards he gives you a little brief explanation of it, and he's like making money off of it. But they run an actual operation of you know, harvesting these mushrooms that get shipped out fresh every single day all over France. And France was having a problem was because they were having these same kinds of mushrooms that they were having to get from other places that were being shipped in. People weren't growing them, or they were trying to mass produce them. And like locally grown mushrooms are like rare. And so, you know, it's just like the amount of grifts that she could have gotten off this to really boost what she's trying to accomplish. But instead, she's turned it into, oh, these people are filming me. They're looking at me. Stop looking at me. But drawing attention to herself. Like the amount of, this is the act of crazy. That's why it's called crazy. But let's be honest. Shizzy doesn't speak the English very good. No, I do not. I have never spoken the English very good. What about Hollywood tours and filming? I mean, yes, but you know, you have to also remember that she is attention whore. I mean, and I don't mean to say that like she's a whore. I mean, she's like, she needs attention. I mean, it's been very obvious because in later times, whenever all the crap that happens between you know, this guy pulling a firearm on somebody and threatening them and children and all that crap, she has to call the news over there to tell her side of the story. So you know that she wants the attention. The amount of attention that she could have gotten over all of this stuff would have been unbelievable. She could have gotten like good attention, but because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing, the turtles aren't little by any means. Not all of them. Some of them are small. Some of them are pretty small. And it's tortoises, not turtles. A little different.
On the road?
Yes, from the road, filming our property. That's why we can't let our child play outside. It's why we don't go outside. We stick to the back of our property as often as we can. That's why we're putting up tin, because it's all we had to protect ourselves and our child from these fans.
There's really no reason to shout. So again, I want to make sure.
Woman.
Oh, I know it's a joke. Thanks.
No, nothing's a joke here. I'm trying to get your story. I'm trying to understand your story. So I believe I said earlier, I think I heard you say that you have, to protect yourself, you have cameras up, right?
Yes, sir.
Where are these cameras? Are they trained on the road so you can see who's coming by?
2 of them are, yes.
Okay. So do you have any video proof that you get 10 to 15 cars every day? By
I
his
can
fans? By his fans?
Yes, I have some screenshots of all the different cars that drive by. I don't screenshot it every day, but I do. Yep,
Right.
we do. Yes, we do.
How do you know?
So in this case, she should be producing these. In a deposition, you produce these. You know, making a wild claim, oh, there's 15 cars driving by a day. Here's how you handle these situations. If you've got 15 cars driving by a day and they're all filming you and they're taking pictures and all this kind of crap, all you have to do is screenshot it, and you turn around and you say, listen, these are the people that are harassing me. I've got screenshots not only of their license plate, but of the people themselves, and they're harassing me by coming by, taking pictures every day. And then you show up to the deposition, you provide that proof, because all of this kind of proof will go to show that people are harassing her. Instead of, this is just an easy pass through and people are driving by. I mean, really easy to handle. Really easy to handle, but she's handling it in a really piss poor way.
And please don't interrupt me. Let's try it again. Here's the instruction.
God.
You just did it again. As I was giving the instruction, you actually interrupted me. I'm going to remind you again. Let me get my complete question out. And when I stop talking for more than a second or two, you'll know I'm done, or I may give you an inflection that I'm done. But please wait until I finish the question before you say anything.
Petulant child.
All right. Now, so
sees a roach on the wall.
how do you know that the cars driving by your property are Jeremy Hale's fans? Did they identify themselves somehow?
Why in the world would anyone else drive by our property filming us?
Because you run a turtle rescue. Does that answer your question? Because you run a turtle rescue. Looking for little people. I don't know. That's the thing. Why would anybody drive by and filming you? Because you run a turtle rescue. God, these people. The property is trashed. All I'm saying is, here she's asking a question, and I'm telling her that's why I would come by. Hey, you run a turtle rescue. Maybe you give tours. That might be a wonderful idea. Well, you know what? If you maybe got out there and cleaned up the place, made it look nice, presentable, people would stop in. They would say, "Hey, this is a pretty cool place to come by." Maybe the curiosity goes away. They're just like, oh, what Jeremy is saying is absolute bullshit. This place is fine. Look, they're running a legit place. They got a turtle rescue. They've got things going on here. They're just maybe a little not wanting to be bothered, and so they're going to put up a little bit of shielding. So I'm not going to harass them. I'm just going to move on with my happy day. But that's not what she's doing. She said the turtles. It's shite.
If they weren't Hale's fans doing it.
How do you know?
Several times.
I watched the videos.
I get to ask the questions, man. You don't get to answer a question with another question. So let's answer the question.
There you go.
With a statement of fact that you know. I'm asking you what you know. Again, I told you, we're all here seeking the truth.
Oh,
And
this
if
is
you're
driving
making a
her
statement
nuts.
that you believe to be true, that it's his fans 10 to 15 times every day driving by your house, I'm asking you, how do you know that other than assuming? Do you have any knowledge, aside from assuming that they're his fans driving by, that they actually are his fans driving by your property to the tune of 10 to 15 a day filming your property?
Yes, I can provide and will a message from a lady that says I drove by.
Okay, so you got a message from a lady. Why have you not provided this proof? This is really simple. Provide the proof. There you go. You can say this one person drove by. Doesn't mean that every single one of those cars that drove by are, but you can prove this one person is, and that's something that you can use. These are the things that you bring to a deposition.
Your property the other day and filmed it. What a pigsty. What a piece of shit it is. Just like Jeremy says, Jeremy's going to win. You need to go to jail. Something on that order. We get sent messages from people in his hate group that send us messages saying that we're filmed, and we watch the people film us every day. They don't.
Well, and see, here's the problem. Don't make these, and I'm telling you, don't, if you're ever in a deposition, don't make these kinds of blanket statements. And then these people in his hate group, you can just say, people that are associated with him have made these statements. Here's the statements that they're making. They come by and they say they're filming us. Here's the proof of them filming us. Here's what they're saying. Here's what they're talking about. Here's the proof. But she's not doing that. And every time he asks these kinds of questions, because if she's making a blanket statement by saying his hate group Then, okay, so how are they proving hate? I mean, it just raises more questions. This is why you don't throw out blanket statements. You only state things that you know to be true and factual. Let him ask his questions and answer them to the best of your ability.
Hide it. They hold the camera out the window and film our property.
And
We're
you have
nobody. We're nobody.
So I would think if you're in
There you
right
go.
now, you have some fans too, don't you?
No, I do not.
You have no supporters?
I don't have any supporters. No, absolutely not.
Anybody
None.
ever give you a donation?
I have a set of friends that are my friends. I have 8 people that I talk to. Friends. That's it. Those are the only friends I have.
So imagine this. Just give this some serious thought. Of all those people coming by, if you showed your property and you said, "Hey, come on by. You're coming in. Turtle Rescue's right here. Come check it out. Look, this is what we're doing. This is the work that we're doing. No mystery here. No mystery here." Makes it a hell of a lot easier for people to agree with you and say, "Yeah, Jeremy's harassing her. Look, here's the proof Jeremy's harassing her because I've got my place open. People are welcome to come by, and they're welcome to film everything that's going on here, and they can see for themselves how well we're running this place." But she's not. That makes people very suspicious. It's an old ZZ Top thing. It's hard to explain.
So one of the things
Except my family. My donations that I've gotten have came from my family.
anyone other than your friends or family ever donate money to you?
No,
True.
Anyone other than your friends or family ever say they were a fan of yours on the internet?
no, we don't have fans.
Do you
I have a tortoise rescue. I'm not
Tortoise rescue. See?
a YouTube celebrity or a public person.
No, you are a public person. Here is the thing, sweetheart. You became a public person whenever you started running for your local council. In any position in government, you become a public person. Okay. Anytime that you're wanting to respond, create a Facebook page, you become a public person. You start running a 501(c) or whatever the hell it is, a charity. You become a public person. That means your records become very public. That's the thing is now that I do the YouTube stuff, I'm more of a public person. Whenever I played music, I was a public person. I had to be. I can still be private and not tell people things about me, but that is up to me. But she's made herself a public person. You can't call for what's the best way of putting this? You can't go on the attack of somebody and start attacking them and saying things and then expect them to say, all right, now that you said those things, I'm going to have to show where this is a lie. And because I have to prove that what you're saying is a lie, ends up making you a public person. All of the bullshit that she's pulling is making her a public entity. That means you leave yourself open.
I have a tortoise rescue.
When I asked you,
Yes, you have a tortoise rescue. How do you get people to donate tortoises, or how do you get tortoises there? You have to be a public person. God.
now,
I'm
now
not.
you're-
I don't have fans. No.
Thanks for
Nope.
answering. So when I asked you,
Well, that's
what
up
proof
to you.
had, other than assuming that they were Jeremy Hale's fans. Hang on. So so when I asked you proof you had that the 10 to 15 people, by the way, how do you know it's 10 to 15 cars a day if you're not there to count them? Do you see them on the camera when you're not there?
Yes. Yep.
So is your
I look at my cameras every day.
okay. And so does the camera save the images?
I just got a new subscription, so I'm not exactly sure how it works.
Oh, Jesus.
So I haven't
You have
figured
your
that out yet.
Okay, so what kind of cameras do you have pointed at the road? You said you have 2 of them.
I plead the fifth. I'm not going to have him hack into my cameras. No, thank you.
Oh,
You refuse to
Jesus.
answer any questions. You're pleading the fifth. to answer
About
any
my
questions.
security on my
Again, which is-
property, yes.
I hate to say I'm amazed, but this is probably one of the most amazing depositions I've ever been in. When I've been interrupted.
Why do I have to tell you the
Again,
name of
interrupting.
my cameras
Again,
so
interrupting.
that you can hack them?
Ma'am, this is true.
Because you're making a statement of fact. Okay? If you're making a statement of fact, you have to be able to prove the fact. If you can't prove the fact, then it's not a statement of fact. It is bullshit. Yeah. She goes on the news. She's been to the paper telling them how she adopted a poor child. She's disabled. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. That is exactly it right there. Give it to her a fan. Yeah. This is why everyone's so frustrated. We have more than a couple brain cells. Well, you might. I don't. Damn it. I mean, I've been rubbing them together to start a fire, but we didn't start the fire.
Truly. You keep saying you understand that you're not to interrupt me when I'm asking a question, but yet you continually do it. You want to explain why that is?
Because I'm not going to give you the names of my cameras when I already know that he has people fabricating whole entire messages. They will hack my cameras. That we've already been sent a message saying that there was a drone that dropped a camera behind our property. He's already been.
See, this is the thing. That statement right there. Because if you're, and this is why she's digging herself in deeper, because she is all emotional, pissed off, frustrated, has an attitude, thinks that she's smarter than the rest of the fucking world. Okay, here's the thing, sweetheart. You just dug yourself into another fucking hole. As soon as you said that somebody posted that we drove a drone over your airspace and we dropped a drone camera into your backyard. Okay. So now it becomes, you have to prove this. You have to prove that this happened. You have to show the message. If you don't have the message, well, then that makes you out to be a liar. See, and I'll say this again, if you're given a deposition, don't give them more information than is required. Because all of this stuff can be used to make you look like you perjured yourself. Because as soon as she said this, all he has to do is say, do you have proof that there's a camera in your backyard? If you don't have proof, then don't say it. Because it makes you look like a dumbass. You wonder why people think you look like a dumbass? Well, it's because of this right here.
Been made a comment on a video that I saw that says, oh, I'm glad she got cameras because now we'll access them and we'll be able to see what they're doing on their property. I'm not.
Cool. So you copied that right there, right? You copied that down. You wrote that down. You made that image. You said, okay, I'm going to screenshot this and make sure that I prove this. This is what people are saying. Technology is going to be the death of this woman.
Not telling you what my security system is. I don't have to. I plead the fifth.
All right, we're going to move on. Were the cameras donated to you by a fan of yours? Yes?
Yes, by a
By whom?
person.
By whom?
I'm not going to give you his name. First name, Paul. I don't know his last name. I'll give you that.
Is Paul a friend of yours?
He is now a very good friend.
Okay, are you in communication with him?
Every day.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name.
How do you communicate with him every day?
On my text messaging, Facebook, Messenger.
Okay.
What's his phone number?
So
I'm not going to give you his contact information.
I
Why
refuse
not?
to answer the question.
Yes, I am. I am not going to make people targets of Jeremy Hales.
No,
They're not
what she
targets.
does is gets these individuals, these fools, to rally around her, like a Charles Manson type. And they're in this thing that we like to call, well, it's a cult. They're drinking that turtle
Is
soup.
this real
They're
life?
now all
Don't
part
ask
of
me,
the
I don't
public
know.
record. They will all be summoned. They will all get a subpoena for every
weird.
bit of communication they've had with LIEnette, whether it was Paul Hemroyd, whether it was Lizzie Bailey, whether it was Shark. The list can go on and on. And everything they delete, they will be found legally liable for. Tampering with evidence, and everything that was said and everything that was typed is in the system. The internet does not disappear when you hit delete. They're all
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. They all got in bed with her. And like
Yep.
the 7 men that already married her, now they're scrambling and they all want out. That ain't happening.
Why not? Why are you refusing to answer that question? You're taking the
Because the man is dangerous. And I'm not going to put anyone else's life at risk. I know what I've been through, and I'm not going to put someone else through it.
Now, I got to tell you, I also told you, do you feel there's a reason to shout?
Yes, delusion
Your answers.
101.
I can't help
I
it.
can hear you. I can hear you. I hear you. Fine. I can tell you're shouting.
I can't help it.
Why not? Now
You
you're talking,
can.
Tom. Why can't? Why
No.
you sorry? Why are you
I
shouting?
can't take much more. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I cannot take much more.
This is her court case against me. This is
Yes.
what she wanted, in her words, running to the Levy County Courthouse. This is the lowest circuit court in Levy County. Now it's going to amplify by 100, if not 500, if not 1,000. It's going to federal court. This is by no means near done. This is just getting started.
Well, we're not done. I'm sorry.
Well, and this is the thing. my we're eardrums. Sorry, Darlene. Here's the thing. He is right in that aspect of if I come out and I sue Yamaha because he's a wonderful person, and I say I'm going to sue Yamaha, what in the hell does and he says, okay, you're accusing me of all these horrible, horrendous things. So I get pulled. I have to go through the court system, and I go through the court system, and they say, okay, we need you to prove that all of this horrible things that Yamaha's done. Well, all I have to do is just pull up one of my streams, and you can see how horrible Yamaha is to me. Bet. But I have to be able to show proof of these allegations I'm making. And whenever I do, they have every bit of right to question how I got that information, where that information came from. Is it valid? Is it true? Did I say it? Did they say X, Y, and Z? Did somebody say X, Y, and Z? And provide all that proof. If you don't have the proof, then don't make the damned allegation. This is what gets you into this kind of crap in the first place. She started this. She started all of this. Your mom died. Mom's not dead. Yeah. This is the continuation of it, and it just goes on.
I've got to go. I've got a lot of documents to go through here, and so I got to do this. And so, again, I asked you, how do you know that 10 to 15 of his fans are filming you every day?
We count them.
You count them. Okay.
How
and
do you
again,
count them?
you assume that they.
You said you count them. How do you count them? Who are these people? You're saying they're his fans. Prove to me that they're his fans. So you've got to provide proof. You can't make these baseless allegations, you dimwit.
They are fans of Jeremy Hale's, right?
Why else would they be driving by filming us? We're nobody. We're nobody.
Again, I ask you, please interrupt. Here comes another question. Why do you think you can answer my question to you with a question? You can't. I've told you before. I ask the questions, you answer them. Now, you've given an answer, it could be a rhetorical question. So that would lead to me to say, then if you're answering with a question saying, why else would they be? It sounds like a rhetorical question. That means you're assuming that they are fans. They never told you. These cars don't stop by every time there's a film saying, hi, we're Jeremy Hale's fans, right? You're just assuming they are, correct?
Whatever you want to answer.
No.
If that's what if you want that answer, then I'll give you that answer. Sure. I'm assuming they're fans.
It's not because I want the truth. Is the truth that
the truth
again,
is that they are fans.
Totally. I'm just going to be just amazed, mind boggled, whatever. How many times you've interrupted questions here? So, wow. So let's one more time. We're getting close, but the interruptions and things make things worse. So
Good.
again, I am told you
Go.
I want the truth. Now, where are you going?
Go. I'm telling my daughter to get out of the room.
Again, you're shouting.
I am not shouting. I just straight up said I'm telling my daughter to get out of the room. That's my closet. That is no, go. That is mommy's stuff. Go. That is a no-no.
Okay. So, ma'am, I am not asking questions to hear answers that I want to hear. What I do want to hear is the truth. We all hear. Everybody wants to hear the truth. So,
Oh
if
God,
it's true that
stop,
you're
Star
assuming
Z. That's not right.
that
That's
all these
wrong.
people that drive by your house every day, 10 to 15, filming you, if you assume that they are fans of Jeremy Hale's, that's your answer. Is that the truth?
We have read hundreds of comments of people that say that they drive by and film us, and they are all Hale's fans. They're
That's not
commenting on
proof.
his
It's not
pages.
proof.
So if they're making comments on his pages, then I guess it's safe for us to assume that they're his fans. So if they're saying they're driving by and filming us and they're on his page, then one would naturally assume that they are fans of Jeremy Hale's, because they're not fans of me.
Well,
Now
the
you have your answer.
delusion runs deep in this one,
Okay,
lady. I'm
that's your answer.
about
Makes
one.
sense. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go over some things now. Do you run? Are you have? Sorry, strike that.
Well, and here's the thing, Wednesday. I don't look forward to her losing it all. That's not what I wish on anybody. I want her to live long and prosper. I want her to do really damn well. I want her to succeed. That's the thing. I don't want her to lose everything. She is crazy. She's made that very obvious that she's crazy, but I don't wish ill will on anybody. I want people to succeed. I want her turtle rescue to succeed. I've given some great ideas. I don't understand why she couldn't. I don't understand why she couldn't just get her head out of her gluteus maximus. She never shows proof. It's only her word. Exactly. And that's the problem. I do wish that she would get some help. That would be glorious if she would get some help in all of this. I mean, it is really sad. And I've said this before. I don't like seeing people like in this state because all it does is hurts people around them. It can hurt the child that's around her. It can hurt John Crook that's around her. Children, grandchildren. I mean, it separates you from everybody and everybody. And I don't wish that on anyone. If these kind of bad things are happening, I want her to be able to get the help that she needs, get her turtle rescue up and running, and make sure that it, not only prospers, but helps out the turtles, tortoises, turtles, whatever it might be. I want her to succeed. And I think that it's one of those kinds of things where whenever you've got somebody that is clearly having some issues, you want the best for them, but in the meantime, you cannot let them bring you down to their level. And that's what she's trying to do, is bring everyone else around her down. It's very clear that a lot of people have, done really well from her misfortune. And I mean, you look at her and you feel really sad. I mean, I don't feel hatred or bitterness. I feel sad for her, because this is a situation that she's put herself into. This is the kind of bullshit that she's duped herself into believing, that all these people are out to get her. And all she would have to do is just ignore them and think, you know what? I'm running a legit place here. And, you guys can just piss off. It is sad. It's very sad. And I feel for her. I mean, I really do. And I don't like seeing people suffer. You know, and yes, I will absolutely mock and taunt, because this is one of those where I just feel bad. I feel really bad for her, for Jeremy, for the people that are affected by this, because the kind of shit that she's pulled will destroy lives. Ask me how I know. I've been in these situations. Laura and or Herb syndrome, yeah. How is it that her fake attorney can be out and chats influence any jurors if it comes to that? I mean, he's not a fake attorney. He's actually a real attorney. He's a, you know, a legit attorney. I don't know if he's doing her any good or not. That's the sad part about it, is people will take advantage of someone like in the worst possible way. And it's sad, because it's not like I'm saying that she's a good person. You know, we've seen some of the crappy shit that she's done to people and some of the crap that she's pulled. And on some level, I think that she's aware of it, but it's one of those where I don't think she can control it. That's the scary part. I don't think she can control this at all. Have this movie. That's funny.
Do you have your own Facebook pages, ma'am?
I have a personal Facebook page that is mine for my family and my birth family and my personal friends. I don't let anyone on it. It is personal. I have. May I finish?
Absolutely.
I have the Otter Creek Standing on the Truth. That is my Christian page. I do not allow commenting on it. I don't allow any feedback on it. I post Christian things there. And occasionally, if I get hate messages or I get horrible things sent to me, I may go to the page and say, I'm sorry, but I did not do this, or I did not do that. That is the only thing that is posted there. That page has been given to the deputies at the Levy County Sheriff's Department. They've been all through it.
We're way beyond the answer. You've answered the question.
That's the only public pages I have, except my marriage page, which I'm not using, and my rescue. That's it.
I didn't ask you about public or private. I didn't ask you to narrow that down. I asked you how many Facebook pages you have, and public or private. Let's try it again.
Let's see.
I don't want the question to be misunderstood. So again, I'm
that would be up to her.
How many?
I mean, I don't see, the thing is I don't know anything about 501c's or anything like that. It'd be nice. You doubt that it'll happen. You've dealt with her and she refused to give her rescue information for tax donations. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because see, I don't reach out to people that are in these situations, because to me it puts me in a bad situation. Like, I would suggest not to reach out to her, not to contact her, not to have anything to do with her if you have any suspicions about that. You know, this is entire, that would be a you thing. If you were reaching out to her, I just don't chase people down like that. You said you were going to make a huge donation to her, doing the family and the birth family. I've never used birth and family as the same sentence. Never. Yeah, it's all family. That's why I look at it. She will not give you the information for tax deductible. Well, that is entirely up to her. You're going to make a large donation to her rescue, and she refused to give that information. I mean, kudos to you that you would want to give a donation to help out a turtle rescue. Yeah, well, true. You can't fix stupid, but you know, I think I do feel a little bit for her, but not like in a good way. Because she gives me heartburn in a way, in the worst possible way. Is because my mother was a lot like this. Scary thought, huh? That I turned out as screwed up as I did. No, that they are delusional, and the only thing that you can do is separate yourself out of the situation. That's why I have a hard time not getting, that I have a hard time getting involved. That's why I would never reach out to her. I would never contact her. I wouldn't even want to begin to get to know her. I would walk away as soon as possible, because this level of crazy I've seen, I lived with for a good part of my life. And then once I broke free from it, I could see it from the outside. So it changes your outlook on people whenever you can say, I know this level. I know this level of psycho, and it is not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight. It's very, very uncomfortable. And you're only seeing a small portion of the things that they're capable of. Just saying.
Many Facebook pages, public, private, or otherwise, do you have right now?
Okay, just a minute. Let me figure it out.
Okay.
I have 5.
Sorry. When you say you have 5, is that including the other ones you mentioned?
My private page, my page that is for my just posting Christian stuff. My
Okay.
reptile rescue has its own page.
3.
My marriage page, and
4.
Harley has a page if you want to
5.
consider her page.
5. Okay. So
Oh, that
you
wasn't
maintain
hard.
5 Facebook pages. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
In the last year, have you maintained more than 5 Facebook pages?
Reptile, turtle.
I have not made any other pages. I had the Heart of Otter Creek. I closed it.
Okay. So now we're into a different subject. I want to know. how many
There were 2 other
And
pages.
again,
that
which
you
is
didn't show close down.
totally. I keep saying it. 'cause
Like,
it just
stop
really is
adding.
So
adding
I don't want to have to
shit
give you
to it.
again. This is
Woman,
truly
shut
not-
up.
I don't want to have to give you an instruction not to interrupt every question before I ask you every question. But maybe I will. I don't want to.
Interrupted me.
So again, let's try it again. In the last year,
Jesus.
now that you've answered this question this way, in the last year, how many Facebook pages have you closed?
2.
So that's 7 now. See what I'm doing? That's 7 in the past year of Facebook pages that you have used. Open or closed, right?
You didn't ask me that in the beginning, but yes, they're closed. 2 are
7.
closed.
So that's 7 total, right? That are open or closed in the last year that you've had and that you've used, right? 7.
That wasn't your question, but yes, sir.
Okay. So if somebody says,
No, he's trying to equate this here, you damn ignoramus. Sorry. He asked you, how many Facebook pages do you currently have? She says 5. He says, okay. How many pages have you closed in the past year? She says 2. So, in the past year, you've had 7 pages, whether they're open or closed. And now she wants to lose her freaking mind over this and just start spewing like hatred, anger, pissed offness, whatever the hell you want to call it. So far, yeah. Just,
that you have in the last year maintained more than 7 Facebook pages, that would be untruthful, right?
yes.
It would be a lie.
Okay.
Then be quiet.
Now, what of the 2 that you just mentioned, besides the other 5, that you closed in the last year?
Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors is closed. The Heart of
What?
Otter Creek is closed.
There you go.
Okay. Are there any
Not
other
hard.
Facebook pages that you've maintained in the last year other than the 7 you just mentioned in this deposition?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. There are. There's 13 that we know of, and
Oh. Yeah. See, that right there will get you in trouble because you are under oath. And that becomes a perjury issue. If she would have said, I don't know, that would have been an answer. If he said, is it more than 5? She could have said yes. Is it more than 10? She could have said yes. Is it more than 20? She could say no. None of that would be untrue. But to give an exact number, she could say, I don't know the answer to that. That's how you answer a deposition question.
Randy knows that already going into this, and he already got her to admit that if she didn't get to the correct number, she's a liar. You understand? That's what she habitually, pathologically does. She lies, and she's by no means done. This isn't over yet. Believe it or not, it still goes on for 2 more hours.
2 more hours? Oh my God. Well, we're going to try to cover at least one more of those 2 hours. Right. So make sure you stick around for a little bit, because we've got more. We've got more. It's gonna get there. Just bear, because I've been trying to get at least 2 of these things done. The next one is almost an hour stream, and I think that I can get through it. This is the proof that she wrote the signs in court portion. So let's see what this brings up. Hey Frank, how you doing, Frank Otter? Wonderful to see you, sir. Glad that you could make it. Glad that you could make it, sir. All right, let's get this thing fired up and do this.
Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors is closed. The Heart of Otter Creek is closed.
Okay. Are there any other Facebook pages that you've maintained in the last year, other than the 7 you just mentioned in this deposition?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Fine. All right. Now we'll. All right. Stop sharing there. All right. Finally, we're going to get to your petition now. All right, ma'am, can you see the screen? I can make it bigger if you can't read it. Ma'am?
Yeah, I can see it.
This is 50 pages. Do you recognize this as your pleading you filed in this case on September 7th?
50 pages. Good Lord.
I mean, yeah, I filed it. Sure.
All right. By the way, I forgot. I want to ask you something. You had said, and again, it sounds like it's news to me, and I just wanted to follow up with it. Did I hear you say something about signs around town that you posted, or somebody posted? I know what you were talking about. His fans posted. What were you talking about? I go back.
Jeremy has accused me of posting signs and writing signs and putting them all around Otter Creek that I did not do. He said that he talked to a family member that said that was my handwriting. I have never written a sign and put a sign up anywhere about Jeremy Hales ever. Never. Ever. Never. That is not my writing. It is not me.
Never.
This is awkward considering a forensic handwriting expert says 100% LIEnette wrote half of those signs. Not to mention, yeah, it's debunked. LIEnette and Crook posted signs all over Otter Creek about Russ the Sus, Stewart, Mary, Attorney Worm, and the list goes on and on. As a matter of fact, there's only 2 people in a town of 100 that has ever posted any signs handwritten. Can you guess who those people are? Yes, that would be the same individuals who the R word and the N word and so many other foul words roll right off the tongue. See how she caught herself here?
I don't need to read it. I'm not mentally
okay. You don't need to
mentally challenged enough to actually contact the handwriting expert, no matter what anybody says who claims to be representing her. It is all evidence that will be presented in federal court.
Ouch.
This sounds really weird because I'm new to the scene here, but how do you know it's not your writing if you haven't seen the signs? I don't understand.
I have a picture of the sign.
Where?
Our trolls making their way over here. Grilled cheese, ham sandwich. That's part of this crazy train. That's right. Trolls are making the rounds. I hadn't seen any trolls yet. It could be that just, I have muted. So I mean, here's a really good tip. And I say this in all seriousness, so we're going to get really serious here. Really serious, me serious. Joke. No, in all seriousness, if you see somebody that's coming in and they're saying things that are that are spiteful, hurtful, racist, bigoted, any crap like that, or you just don't like listening to them, there's a little hamburger off to the side of their name, and you can mute them. It's really awesome. It's a beautiful tool, because then you never see any of their chats that come in, and you never see their kind of their hatred, their vitriol, or their craziness. It's a beautiful thing. And I have suggested this multiple times, probably not here, but on other channels. I've suggested this, is that whenever people are saying things that you don't agree with, and they're being like, you feel that where you just get anger in your head, and you want to like latch out to them. What you do is you just mute them. You just say mute, and then you never see any of their messages ever again. Their messages go away. They don't show up. You could be on any other stream, and they'll be talking all kinds of stuff, and you never see a single word that they say. It's a beautiful thing. And Elka says, it's a beautiful thing. I have used it lately. Yeah, no attention, they go away too. Exactly. It's something that I always suggest that people use this as a good way of saying, you know what, I think this person is really an ass, and they're saying things that I don't agree with, but you don't ever have to report them. You don't have to worry about anything. They go, oh, look, I said something or I said something that everybody's going to disagree with. And they go away.
He's posted it all over the internet. He gave it to the judge in Ohio.
Yeah, I'm not the lawyer in Ohio. I'm new to the case. I'm just trying to.
I have a picture of the sign.
Can you show it, please?
And how else would I know that I didn't do it? Because I didn't do it.
I know, but show me the picture you're talking about.
Let me see if I have it. Hang on a second.
And go ahead. Oh, wait.
Can you please go get me my medication off the fridge in my shed? Thank you.
Oh, Jesus, woman.
Let me see here somewhere. I can't find.
Well, and here's the thing, Ted. With the toothless in a pod, do you realize that it's a grift for them? And I say this in all seriousness. Whenever you're going over there and you're posting things and you're saying things on their channel, they're still getting the watch hour. That makes their numbers look really good. Like, imagine this. They're saying things that you don't agree with and you disagree with. Don't even go there and don't even post anything and don't say anything. They lose those watch hours. They go away. Novel idea. It is something that works probably the best, is not even engaging. You don't watch their streams. You don't pull anything up that they're doing. You just ignore them. And it's amazing how fast that those numbers start decreasing. And you'll see it. It happens to all streamers. Mm-hmm. Whenever people don't like what they're saying or like what they're doing, they don't show up. They don't say anything. They don't comment. They don't even get notifications that they're streaming. And guess what? Their algorithm goes down. And then they start looking for things to attack. And then they go cray even more so. That's why even lurking, and I will tell you this, even lurking does the same thing. Gives them watch hours because you're watching their video. Even if you don't type anything in there, they still get watch hours for it. That's why whenever everybody was saying, hey, hey, have you seen what they said? I'm like, no. Do I care what they said? No. Doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe it's just you. You don't even go there. They aren't worth your time of day and don't want to give them the views. Precisely. You don't give them the views. Oh boy. It just makes it, oh, even a few minutes gives them watch hours. Even a few minutes gives them watch hours. I don't even look to see what they're saying. Why? What does it matter? What does it matter that one person, if they're going on the attack, what does it matter that they say? What does it matter what they do? If you really want to watch a channel like falter, don't watch them. Don't pay any attention to them. And you'll see that those numbers go away. Those numbers decrease, and they'll go, why isn't anybody watching what I'm talking about? Because a lot of people will watch just to hate watch. They'll go, I hate these people. I just have to see what they're saying about me. Oh my gosh, I have to see what they're saying about this thing that I'm so interested in. And as soon as you stop watching them, guess what? Those numbers decrease. And they decrease drastically. Because, people love to hate watch stuff so much. Don't you realize that that's their grift? They're hate watching it. And I mean, even Tug will tell you the same thing. It's like, you see why he has so many people that are watching him on a daily basis. Why Megan Fox has so many people watching him, because they're looking for that reason to be outraged. They've got to be outraged about it. I ain't talking to him, so I blocked his ass. I just can't get away from him. Oh yeah. See, it's a beautiful thing. That is part of the YouTube algorithm that a lot of people haven't figured out. Is don't even give them the time of day. Yep, never looked for them. Never been to their channel. I had to, because somebody was saying that hell, were they saying? Like, they were talking about something, and it was like, you need to see this. And so I went and saw it. I was like, who are these transvestites? I was like, I don't like these people. And so I haven't graced their doorstep again. It's easy to not pay any attention to people. Xanax abuse is coming. Oh yeah, it is. Here it comes.
Find it here. I have it on my phone.
Take your time. I just need to look at it. Can you? I want to stop sharing. Okay, here we go. Put that back.
Yeah, so it says no Ohio rapists and blah 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 blah, because he was just like, why are people posting this kinds of thing?
Because I couldn't see what you were holding up. Okay.
Thousands of pictures, screenshots, and videos filed with Ohio's court against John Crook and LIEnette's. What would you have done? Well, if somebody was typing this kind of stuff right here, I'd probably do the same thing that he did.
I don't know. Where do you want it?
I can see it. That's fine. So that's only one sign?
That's the only one I've ever seen him say. He says signs, but he
Right.
only shows this one.
That's
Okay.
what I was going to ask you. You said sign. So but you've never did any signs about Jeremy Hales, right?
I never have put up any signs anywhere about Jeremy Hales ever.
Okay.
Ever.
When you say signs, you're talking about something similar to what you just showed us?
This is what he is talking about. Only
Yeah,
this.
she even has
This
Put that
is
back on the
what-
screen.
paperwork,
Can you put that back just for a second?
obviously.
Yes, that right
So
there.
that looks like some sort of, is that a paper? Have you seen that before?
I've never seen it before. It looks like a
What does it say?
white.
No Ohio. Go back. I want to see what it says. Please put no Ohio. It's too close to the screen. No Ohio in Levy County stopped Jeremy Hales. Have you ever, and again, I'm going to give you the instruction. Please don't interrupt me. Let me get this question out before you're interrupting me. Have you ever made a sign in which you mentioned Jeremy Hales at all?
No,
Okay.
never.
Never wrote a sign that says Jeremy Hales. Ma'am, please stop shaking your head because you didn't hear the question. You've never made a sign that says Jeremy Hales is a rapist, right?
No.
Survey says the professionals do not agree with LIEnette at all. As a matter of fact, I have a 32-page document from the nation's #1 forensic handwriting expert, which in conclusion, I've never shared to this date, and yet I'm going to share right now, is going to mention documents. So,
well, let's see what it says. Based upon the documents examined, my professional opinion is that the writer of the handwriting on this document wrote the question handwriting on this document. Please notify my office as soon as you have obtained the court date so I can be placed on a schedule, and I shall be prepared to go into greater detail. Oh, that's bringing a receipt right there. I never did anything. Look right there. He has a receipt. Receipts are so tasty.
To this date, and yet I'm going to share right now, is going to mention documents. So there are documents such as the signs that were posted all over Otter Creek. And there are documents that LIEnette ran to Levy County Courthouse. She, in her own words, ran and she filed this motion and she filed this affidavit. She just gave us more and more and more evidence to do a thorough investigation. And in conclusion, based on the documents examined, the signs and all the documents in the court, my professional opinion is that the writer of the handwriting on K1 through K12, that's all the court motions, affidavits, everything that LIEnette personally handwrote, documents, wrote, bold, italicized, you see it right there, wrote the question handwriting on the Q1A through 3BQ documents. Wait. LIEnette claims she's never seen any of this before. LIEnette claims that she has no idea, and yet the nation's forensic handwriting expert says, without any doubt, any question whatsoever, it's her. Not only that, there are those that are attempting to say that, no, LIEnette would never, ever contact the forensic handwriting expert. Not only do I have the call log right here, I literally have the call log of her phone call, which I'm not going to show in great detail. She contacted the forensic handwriting expert on April 26, 2024 at 10:13 a.m. What I will share with you is that she was even dumb enough to leave a message for 1 minute and 37 seconds. And yes, all of this will be played. All of this will be unveiled in federal court. LIEnette is, without a doubt, beyond guilty. Unfortunately, I can't make that judgment. The judge, the federal judge, will be making that judgment.
Never made a sign that says Jeremy Hales needs to
that right there. Now,
No.
that right there explains quite a bit. Okay. Let me see if I can break this down in my typical RTARD fashion. That makes sense why Bubbles reached out to me. Because I hadn't even gotten to this. I had not even gotten to this part yet. That's why Bubbles reached out to me. Because he doesn't want people to see this right here. Because all of her deposition that she's talking about right now, and the claims she's making, if those are brought forth in federal court, which I assume that I'm an idiot, so I don't know for sure, but I would assume that he's represented her in that. If he's representing her in that, and these kinds of things are brought out, everybody to see, that changes the story. Because it makes her of perjuring herself. And that can become a big problem. And because how's the best description of putting this? I deal a lot with property law. I'm not an attorney. I just work for an attorney. Not one, I must say, because she is my wife. And she does a lot of property law. And it's not uncommon for people to say things that are not true, make claims that are not true, get called out in court. And this right here begs to say why Bubbles is reaching out to me and other people to say, hey, my client is innocent of this, because he's trying to get the court of public opinion, because he's not going to win in court. If what he's saying is, if what they're saying is true, this brings down his entire case. And he stepped into it thinking that he was going to gain some sort of fame off of this to promote whatever agenda he might have. And this isn't going to look good. This is not going to look good for him at all. So he's stepped into a case that is going to probably tank any legitimacy he has as an attorney. And so he's fighting with every breath and every step that he has to protect that integrity that he might have had at one point in time, but it now is gone. It's like a bad stock investor. Someone that goes, hey, this is going to go through the roof, and they buy, 1,000 shares of it. They sell the house to buy all of this stock because this stock is going to go through the roof. And it turns out that stock the next day tanks. And they just saw that 200, 300, 600,000, 700,000, $500,000, whatever it might be, investment just tank. And all that money that they spent on it just turned into absolute major loss. That's where he's at right now. That's why he reached out, is because he was putting his dollars on what he thought was the winning horse. And that horse right there, he didn't know it, but had a bum leg. And he is suffering. I feel sorry for Bubbles. I honestly feel sorry for Bubbles. Because he stepped into a hornet's nest. I should say he stuck his wing into a hornet's nest. He started humping, thinking that he was going to get a bit of honey, and all he got was just a little sting on the wing. Oh, sorry, Bubbles. I feel for you. It happens. It happens not to me, because I know, even as art-hearted as I am, I still wouldn't stick my wing into a nest like you did. Sorry, buddy. That's why Bubbles is reaching out to me. I got it.
And it's all right. Okay. Have you ever seen signs around Levy County, or actually around Otter Creek, that says anything about Jeremy Hales?
No, never saw him. Neither is anyone I've ever spoken to.
All right. One moment.
Jeez, Yamaha. That's brutal, man. That's brutal. Get a swing as well.
Okay, let's go back to the screen.
Eek.
All right, this is your first petition. And you pretty much have gone through this with the court and with Judge the Thomases, but I'm going to just see if I can find any follow-up questions. Yeah, now here, you wrote in this petition that Mr. Hales has a criminal history involving violence or threat to violence?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Someone sent me a screenshot of his note of his protection orders that he had on him from his ex-wife.
And you think that someone, what state was that? Do you know?
That came from Ohio. It had an Ohio heading.
A mutual restraining order, which is standard law and practice during a divorce. And it has nothing to do with being with or near or around each other. It has everything to do with freezing assets until the courts actually divide those assets and decide who gets what. Mutual restraining order.
So someone who has an Ohio protection order entered against them has a criminal history involving violence or a threat to violence?
All I read on it was that he had a protection order that he could not have contact with his ex-wife or his children.
And you think that's a criminal record?
I don't, are these things criminal? I mean, I'm being told that I'm being looked at in a criminal case.
Again, you don't get to ask the questions.
I don't know. To me, that seems criminal. He has a lot of traffic tickets. Those are criminal.
So there was no other reason other than there was no other reason other than this Ohio order, which someone showed you, for you to say to the court that Mr. Hales has a criminal history, right?
He has a criminal history of a lot of speeding tickets, and he had no contact orders against him from his ex-wife and his children.
And you think those are criminal records?
So
right?
that's all.
Oh, geez, she doesn't know jack squat. Divorces are messy. I've never been in one, but my parents were. And I will say divorces are an absolute mess. An absolute garbage thing that I don't wish on anybody. My sister probably had the most amicable divorce ever. They both decided they didn't want to be around each other, that they weren't good for each other. They were happy in the time that they had spent together. They raised two beautiful boys. They were having absolute happiness with that. They just didn't get along. And so what they did is they got together and they said, we're going to sell the house. We're going to sell the business. We're going to split that 50-50. I'm going to keep my 401k. You keep your 401k. And we're going to go our separate ways. And that was the culmination of their divorce. He didn't keep anything of hers that had sentimental value because it came from her grandmother. He didn't keep anything. She didn't keep anything that was his that he kept from his grandparents or mother or father or anything. They just basically split it down the middle. You go your way, I'll go mine. It just didn't work out. How many people can say that? She definitely can't, because she's gone through 7 of these things. How? Other divorces are messy. They're a shame. Like the worst of humanity comes out in these things, because you've got people that are accusing each other of like horrendous things. And the only reason they're doing it is so they can get a little bit of extra alimony, a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra house, a little bit of extra whatever it is, or just to make them hurt because they feel pain. So they end up being these horrible like divorces where there's just anger and bitterness and spewing and spitting and fighting, and every little thing matters to them. I just can't imagine that. I just can't imagine living in a world where you do that. That was the issue that my mother ran. Let me put it this way. My mother was so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that she lit the house on fire before she took all of our family, all the kids to her parents' house. And then called 911 whenever she was leaving the house. Yeah, she called 911 and said, yeah, the house is on fire. As she set the fire and then left the house. Yeah, that's the kind of crap that my mother pulled. This is the kind of person that she is. I see the same kind of attitude, the same kind of bullshit going on. And I mean, as a kid, you don't understand the difference. You don't know the difference between this. But as you get older, you go, oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. She is fucked up.
I do believe that's a criminal record.
Okay.
When I am asked if I have a criminal record, 40 years ago, my ex-husband or a husband.
Which one? There's been so many. How are we supposed to keep up with all these husbands, these ex-husbands, these, not my husband, but my soulmate? Side note, in regards to my kids and my ex-wife, there is no contact order. Okay. So we're clear. There is not a no contact order. So my ex-wife and I can contact each other at any point, at any time, any way we want. And the same is true of my children. So my two youngest can contact me, be with me whenever they want. And my oldest was never a part of that visitation plan. As a matter of fact, I had to sue my ex-wife for contempt of court because when we did the visitation plan with my oldest, her and her lawyer put in there that Jeremy could see her anytime he wanted, but both guardians had to agree. And guess what the female guardian did? Disagreed to everything. And then went back to court, found guilty, contempt of court, the judge saying, you don't put this terminology in the record and then disagree. You do this again, you're going to jail.
Oh. So did that clear up the record for a lot of the Jeremy Hale's family haters? I hope it did. I hope that cleared up the record for a lot of people. Or maybe just go back and pull up the court case and look at it. And then you can be clear on that. Because there's a lot of people that want to say, oh, Jeremy Hale's, he's got issues with his ex-wife. Well, go look at the information. I haven't because I don't care. It matters not to this part of the story. That's a personal thing for me that I'm not even going to, it's a rabbit hole I don't go down.
Put a company in my name and then wrote a check for garage doors, left me holding the check, and he took the merchandise and I got in trouble for it. So that's a criminal thing, but that's been expunged off my record because I didn't do it. So can you say I have a criminal record? I guess.
Now that I mentioned that, we probably can. So let me get, were you ever found guilty, or did you plead guilty to a felony?
No. Nope. Never.
What got expunged? What do you mean?
Sorry to hear that. Amazing.
After 40 years of being on having that, it was a class 5 misdemeanor. It was like stealing a piece of candy.
Okay, that's not a felony, ma'am. That's not a felony.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay. I understand. So it was just that you believe that Mr. Hale's had a
That
criminal
could be
history,
true.
right? Based on what you've testified to, right?
Well, yeah, a criminal record is your rap sheet, whether it's traffic tickets or trouble. That's a criminal record. So under my understanding of what a criminal record is.
Okay, ma'am, does a traffic ticket involve violence or the threat to make violence?
But that's not what they call, when you look up someone's criminal record, you look up, it comes up with everything. Traffic tickets, anything that they've done. So under my
looking up his
belief of the wording of criminal, anything that falls on your police record is a criminal record. Yeah.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
So this is the question that I asked you. You check the box. I'll do the instruction again if I have to. I don't want to. When you see this, you check the box that says, please mark all sections that apply. Right here.
Oh.
Okay. You said that you're a victim of stalking because Jeremy Hale has a criminal history involving violence or the threat of violence if known. And my question is, you agree with me, don't you, ma'am, that a traffic ticket is not involving violence, right?
An order of protection against your wife and your children is very serious. Courts don't give them out as we are dealing with right now, and you know that, for nothing. So
again,
the protection order is because his wife did not feel safe. His children did not feel safe.
You're not responding to my question, so I'm moving.
I answered the question. I'm done answering.
No, you did not. Let's try it again. A criminal history involving violence does not.
I plead the fifth.
You're pleading the fifth. I didn't even finish the question. You can't plead the fifth until you hear the question.
I'm pleading the fifth. You're badgering me and making me say something that I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Nope.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God, woman. Because she's stalking him. The answer to your question is because she's stalking him. She is wrong. She is absolutely wrong. The box that she checked off. Now, you don't have to agree with me or whatever, but the box that she checked off, from what I understand, allegedly, the box that she checked off was saying that you're fearful because this person has a criminal violence record. That would mean that he's been charged or used or any number of things of committing some sort of violent act against another person, assault and battery, that, there was domestic abuse. Any number of things could be considered violent. A speeding ticket, a traffic ticket, hell, even running from the police is not considered violent. That's why you don't do shit pro se. And she knows that she screwed up, and he's gonna ask the question, and she's gonna plead the fifth, because right now, by the look on her face, which although it's a blur, right now, she's already shut him down. She's not listening to a word that he says. She's checked out. You can see it in her face. She's gone. She's checked out. I'm done. I don't have to answer this stuff. Why do you think her relationship's going to shit? Because whenever you call someone out on their bullshit, this is the attitude that they give you. Whenever they give you this kind of attitude, I ain't listening to you, fuck off. Well, if you're not going to listen to me, then there's no point even having this discussion, because it's just going to happen again. Whatever bullshit you're pulling, you're going to do it again. And see, guys, as ignorant and as stupid as we are, and we only think with, one head at a time, we're not stupid as you think we are. And I'm sorry, I'm giving away man secrets here. Yamaha, forgive me. We will walk away from situations such as this because we're just like, yeah, there's no fixing this crap, because they're not going to listen to a word you say. You're just talking to a brick wall at this point. Sex might be good, but hell, I'll find another glory hole.
Let's try it again. Maybe you're misinterpreting. Let's listen again. Please listen carefully. A criminal history involving violence does not mean traffic tickets, right?
We're not talking about just traffic tickets. You're
criminal
talking
history
about a
involving violence.
protection order.
Ma'am, a criminal history involving violence does not mean traffic tickets, correct? Yes or no?
I plead the fifth.
Have fun looking up my traffic tickets. I drive a lot, and I have some rules. Drive fast, no brakes, take risk, and stop at every thrift store and garage sale along the way.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was good. I'm sorry. That just made me laugh right there. That one broke me. And stop at every thrift store along the way. Sorry. Way to go, Jeremy. That was classic. That was classic. What did I do now? My booger hook is permanently fixed up frontal lobe. I wiggle it, just wrap my ass shakes, and for 5 minutes. This is why Yamaha is my perpetual friend. Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Oh.
Now by the way, I have this, and you mentioned something about a video log or something. I didn't see it. So I want to go through this. This 50 pages, where is this video log that you mentioned about videos that you intend to use? I'm going over every page. So I need you to stop. Maybe I missed it. It's possible. But I'm looking at.
I gave it to the judge. I don't know.
You didn't give it to me. Again, I just want to know what video. Oh, here's a link. Here's one. Is this one right here? Right here? Is that one right here?
I have no clue. What is that?
Filing, ma'am. This is page 41 of your filing in September.
Okay, I have no clue, sir. I gave the judge everything that I.
If you ever wanted to just like punch something really damn hard because it's just so frustrating, you're like, as a mechanic, you'd be working on a car and you get everything put together, and for some reason the engine won't start, and it's only because you forgot to hook up that one damn clip properly. That is this situation right here, where you're just sitting there going, okay. Whenever you file something with a court, and this is for all you pro se assholes out there that think you're fucking pulling a smooth one. Whenever you file something with the court, you have to provide service. Part of providing service means that if you're filing a bunch of bullshit, it could be 100, 200 pages, 1,000 pages, just one page, you file it with the court. You're supposed to provide service to the opposing side, saying, this is the shit that I filed, and that gives you an opportunity to respond to whatever shit they file. This is the way the law works. If you don't provide any sort of service, you don't give it any of that documentation, then you're fucking up. Because that means that they never had a chance to respond to it or to file anything in counter to it. That's all he's trying to do, is say, you never gave me this information. If you did not give me this information, I don't have it. That's why I'm asking you about it, you dumb twit. With an A. Ah.
I gave it to him. So where is the beginning? Find where's the beginning of that?
Just because you give it to the judge does not mean that you gave it to the opposing side, is what you're supposed to do. Just saying, sorry, that's not appropriate.
That page of that document.
Ma'am,
not of the filing.
Ma'am, let's start again.
What's the name of that document?
Again,
As do I. And if you use an electronic portal for filing, that means that anybody that has their email address attached to it, that they will receive that filing. And still, a lot of people will mail out that particular filing. The old school people will still mail out that filing, but electronic service works just as well. But she never did that. She sent it to the judge directly, and the judge accepted it, and never do the judges. And this is the problem that pro se's probably should know, that don't freaking know, because they're damn morons like her, that no, it is not the responsibility of the court to notify people. Because if you go down in person and you file something, generally you won't get the electronic filing, because it never gets electronically filed. No, she didn't give everything. She barely gave enough for him to do anything. It's bad. I don't even think the Zanies calmed her down. No, they probably don't. I could use like 10 of them right now. Ugh.
So this is it. Evidence log, and then you list the videos with the
yes.
Okay. See,
now you understand.
Now I understand, and that's why I'm showing this to you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, that's why I'm showing this to you. Yeah, the coin dropped. Good. Now we're on the same page. All right. So we're going to go over this one by one. In fact, we're going to work this way with your evidence log, as you call it. All right. All these testimonials, you tried to omit them, and the judge said they're hearsay. So we're not going to deal with those. Let's deal with starting here after the testimonials. By the way, you said you have no fans. So who are these people? Are these your friends?
They are my friends.
Okay. So Angela Gleason is your friend, right?
Yes.
Wayne Woods is your friend, right?
Yes.
Who is MH Newsletters? Marla Hughes. Is Marla Hughes your friend?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
But these were thrown out, so you can't use them. So I object to you
asking-
going over them.
I'm just asking the names.
They were thrown out, so you can't use them. He's asking the names just to make sure.
Man, that's all.
Yeah,
Heather
I object
Marion-
to you going over them.
You don't get to object. I get, okay.
Okay.
Heather Marion, she your friend?
Who?
Heather Marion.
Yes, she is my friend.
Angela Gleason, you did that her twice. Okay. We'll come back. All right. Now, okay, so I got to make sure you have timestamps and relevant. See this on page 24, timestamps on relevant portion of transcript at 058. Is that what is that this video here you're referring to with this website address? Cops called on bad neighbors.
Just a minute, and I'll pull up my own so I can look at it.
Lord, woman.
Ma'am, I didn't ask you to do that. Go back.
Can I look at my own so I
No,
can see it?
Go back, please. No, sit down, please. No, I'm not asking you to do that.
So,
If you need to
okay,
look
then
at it,
I plead the fifth because I can't read all that. I have my own right here that I could go to my page and look at. But since you won't let me, I'm going to plead the fifth.
no, ma'am, I'm not saying I won't let you. I just got to answer the question. As you sit here today, you weren't able to say whether this transcript comes from this video called Cops Called on Bad Neighbors, right?
I'm not sure if it's the video ahead of it or behind it. You won't let me look at mine to look.
Well, let's see. Let's make it a little smaller and you can see. You put B. Wait, let me ask you this. Did you type this log?
No, I didn't. And that's already been testified in court.
Well, I wasn't there. So who typed this log? Mr. Cook?
No, a friend of mine did.
It's a
Who
different
typed it, ma'am?
case.
What's your friend's name?
And this is what she doesn't understand. This is an absolutely different case. Two different cases. Doesn't matter if it's been testified in court or another case or anywhere else. You could have screamed this from the freaking rooftops. He's asking you a question. Answer the question as it's asked. She also said that Jeremy Hale's made threats towards them. So which is it? I'm as confused as everybody else.
Her name is Lizzie, and that's already came out. I do not know her last name, and that's all I know
Gordon?
about her.
I don't
Can
know.
you really claim somebody's a friend if you don't know their last name? You've never literally met them in person. I mean, there's tons of people all over the internet claiming to be something or someone they're not, claiming to be successful lawyers, and yet they don't have a single client. And they're up all night for hours on end, just talking trash. Yeah, that's not a real friendship. But what has happened is she has now involved every single one of these fools in this court case. There's no way out for them. They are now a part of it.
Well, how'd you get this log?
I printed it. She sent it to me, and I printed it.
How did she send it to you?
I don't remember how I got it.
Hey, Katie,
Do you still have it?
I have it printed right
No,
here.
do you still have it?
No, I do not. No, I do not. I printed it.
Katie.
There was no need to keep it because I printed it. I don't have enough storage on my phone to keep hundreds and thousands of documents and pictures.
Did she text it to you or email it to you?
I don't remember.
Did you, what's her name? You said her name is what? Her first name what?
Her name was Lizzie. It was already brought up in court.
How, have you ever met Lizzie?
No, I have not. She's an internet friend who's now become a very close friend.
Well, she's now become a very close friend. You can tell us what you know about her. Tell us about your close friend. Where does your close friend Lizzie live?
I don't know. And I'm not going to give out information that would make her a victim of Jeremy Hale's.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to answer my question.
Here's the thing: if you're giving support in this sense, and you're claiming things that somebody has said, I'll give you a little example. Yamaha tells me that red is blue, or and that's truth, and then I claim this in a court case. Well, why did you say this? Because Yamaha said it. Okay, well, we need to talk to Yamaha to prove that this is what he said to you to make you believe this. That's why they're asking these questions. It's not to dox them. It's just we have to find out this information. What is up, Winning, my brother? How you doing? Fellow Georgian. How you doing, man? He's just right up the road from me. Can you believe it that we're within 15 minutes walking distance? We've never met. Oh, such a shame. You crazy stalker, you. No, Winning's good, people. Winning's good, people. I'm giving him a hard time, and he knows I am.
She's under oath. Do you know her last name or not, ma'am?
No, I do not.
How do you communicate with her? If she's such a good friend of yours, tell us how you communicate.
We
with her.
message back and forth on internet.
What does that mean?
She's
on
an
the
internet friend.
How do you message somebody on the internet?
Well, let's see. There's Messenger.
How do you
There's
her?
WhatsApp.
How do you
I
do you-
Messenger
WhatsApp?
on Messenger. We speak on Messenger.
Facebook Messenger?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Do you have those messages still?
No, I do not. I do not keep my messages because my
Welcome to
phone
our target
is a
group.
stupid,
Yes.
cheap Android with no freaking storage.
No, I don't know a lot about Facebook and Messenger, but isn't that available in the cloud? Doesn't Facebook keep that in the cloud? If you want to go back and see your messages?
I have no clue because I erase my stuff in Facebook. I don't keep it.
Oh, that's stupid.
So again, I need to know, are you taking
It's
the-
right here. You have it. It's right there. You have it.
once again, it's got to be over 100 times. You've interrupted the question.
I don't
It's got to be.
care.
Maybe
Yes.
it's approaching 100. I'm sure.
Good.
But let's try it again without interruption. Please don't assume you know my question. What it's going to be. Just let me get the question. out,
Patience
you
is
can
this
answer.
lawyer.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So earlier you said you're taking the fifth, and I just got to make sure. Are you taking
Yeah,
the
I'm
fifth as to
some of
answer
that
any
too,
questions
there.
about your friend? What's her name? Lizzie.
And I'm interrupting for a second. Lots of rain. Yes, we're getting lots of rain here too. I'm expecting that over the next 24 hours, we'll probably end up with about 8 inches, if not more, of rain. So yeah, be safe out there, brother. Really, like, you know, make sure that you're stocked up. Hopefully, you don't lose power. Because some of our neighbors have lost power. Luckily, we've been good. So, like I said, Winning is a fellow Georgian. He's, like I said, right up the road from me. So I just want him to be safe and careful. It hasn't rained here since around. No, it's been raining here. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Good stuff. Wow, batteries and candles and warm woman. Well, that's I've got plenty of candles and plenty of warm woman. My lovely wife. So, and then of course we got 3 dogs too. So, you know, if we get really desperate and hungry, we do have some freezer, you know, food. The dogs will be safe. The dogs will be well fed.
Lizzie.
Yes.
Hey, that's all you had to do. I won't ask you any more questions about Lizzie or anything else that Lizzie gave you.
Yeah,
You should take
whatever
it.
floats your boat,
Right.
man, woman.
Right, ma'am?
Sure.
All right. Well, then we'll just have to. So you didn't, but I will ask you this, ma'am, because this does relate to it. And if you want to take the fifth, that's fine. But I need to talk to Lizzie if you're not going to give me information about this. But did you at least read the evidence log that Lizzie gave you?
Yes, I have read it. And as
Did
far as I know, most of the videos are gone. He removed them, renamed them, or removed them. As far as I know, most of these videos are not even available anymore. I don't know.
Okay, so I haven't done it, but if I go to copy and paste those website addresses that you have in here, you're telling me that the video's gone, right?
I'm not sure. I was told that a lot of videos have been renamed, moved. So
Who
I
told
don't
you?
know.
Who told you?
People message me and say, oh my God, he renamed all of his videos. Oh my God, this and that.
Who are these people?
People. I don't even know. Some of them are people. Some of them are people that are just trying to tell me that they're standing up for me. Help, you know, they feel bad.
Oh, the brain. The brain is cooked. Sweetheart. This is why you should stay off the internet. this right here is why people should stay off the internet. You know, and as much as I love my chat, whenever my chat comes in here and tells me, "Oh, so and so said such and such about such something," and I'm just like, "Okay, good to know." I mean, does it change anything that I'm doing? Does it change my life? Is it compelling to me? I mean, that is a big question. No, it is all hearsay. So, you know, and I'm not saying this to be mean or cruel to anybody. I'm just saying that whenever people tell me that so-and-so said something about you and said such and such, do you know what that does to me? Zero. It doesn't change anything. You know, whenever people were saying, hey, you know, Larry, Tug, Megan, they're talking about you, I was like, oh, very cool. It took me almost a week before I went and saw what they were talking about. I thought that was pretty cool. And if they would have been talking bad about me, I would have went, oh, they're talking bad about me. It would have affected me the same way. It doesn't change who you are. And this is her problem right here. She's getting all upset and worried because all these people are telling her all the horrible things that people are saying about them. Like, wow. Did you verify it for yourself? Apparently not. Apparently not.
For me.
And those are on Messenger also, those messages you mentioned?
I don't keep them. Some of them, I have kept the bad ones.
Can you show me any message where someone told you that Mr. Hales took those videos down?
No, I don't have anything saved that says that somebody said they took them down.
Okay, there you go.
We were talking about it and somebody said that they believe that a lot of them are gone.
Okay. Doesn't change it.
Okay.
And maybe they're still there. If they're still there, yay, then I can use them, right?
I can use them. We all can use them. I haven't done it yet. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Neither have I.
Let's go each one. We're starting out with your evidence log. Personal information disclosure. And so, ma'am, if somebody gives out that, and just so you're saying that he disclosed your information on these pages, if I go on the property records website of Levy County, won't I be able to find your homestead address?
What are you talking about? What are you asking me? Okay, so you just accused me of saying that he has given out my personal information. When did I just say that?
Oh.
Ma'am, I get to ask the questions, but normally, because you don't understand my question, as I told you, it's a good point to ask me for clarification. So I'm going to ask you again, and I'll show you the answer right here. You're the one that's saying that he gave out your personal disclosure to people on the, you're saying it right here.
He absolutely has doxed me, given out all my names, everything, but I'm not sure of the names of each video. I'm going to have to go back and look.
Non-responsive.
I already told you why.
Yeah, man, I got to ask you something because that's not responding to the current question. So I got to ask you something. Right when you went to take the bathroom break, I believe the video showed you taking some medication or something in your mouth, and then we heard you saying something about your medication. Have you taken medication during this deposition?
Sure, I take a headache pill. I have a headache.
Okay, what was?
Oh, thank you, T. Robinson, for your headache meds. God, I think I need more. I think I need more headache meds. Oh my God! Here. This will help my headache meds right here. For your headache meds. Thank you, D. Robertson. I appreciate it. Oh, you were just looking up weather about storm. Yeah, just look up and see what's happening in Atlanta. There you go. That's all you need to know what we're dealing with. Got storm bands that are going crazy. 3-pound hammer works wonders. Yeah. So does a wood chipper. Love that one. Yeah.
What's that pill?
I'm not, that's my business. It's none of your business. It's a HIPAA violation.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because The thing was, in the very beginning of this, the question was asked, are you impaired in any way that would prohibit you from answering any of the questions? And she said, no, I am not on any sort of drugs. I'm going to be telling you everything. And then if you start taking drugs in the middle of this, that means that you're on mind-altering drugs. It doesn't matter if they're prescription. It means that you're taking drugs that could alter your perception of things. And her perception is very altered, as we have been noticing.
You took something.
My medical.
Are you taking? That's not a HIPAA violation.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
What did
No,
you
it's
take
not.
during this deposition?
I took a Tylenol.
Okay, fine. So I wasn't talking about what you thought I was talking about. What I was talking about was that you said that he's the one that gave out your information. And now it's that you have these links. So my question was not about that. If you listen, I said, you said, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is, isn't your address publicly available?
It is now that he gave it all out.
I've never given out her personal information, but she has.
All right, here's the thing. All you people out there, your information is all publicly available. Everything about you is publicly available. Everything. Not just a little bit. Everything. You dig hard enough, you can find out shit about every single person. It doesn't matter whether she posted it or not. As soon as she filed, and I will just say this right here. It doesn't matter if she posted it. It does. None of that matters. None of that matters. All that matters is if she filed a lawsuit against him. She made herself publicly available. Because you have to provide an address where you have to be served. You have to provide your name of the person that you're going to be served. And once you do that, you can do a search on those people. And if the search provides anything beyond that, it is all publicly available. She's an idiot because she's acting like an idiot.
Has it posted everywhere online. She literally begs and pleads with people. If you have questions, contact me. Now, we've shown all these screenshots before, and you know it's going to be a part of the court process as well. I don't need to go there again, except just to say, yeah, debunked.
And it
Prior to
is
that-
now
prior-
with my,
Do you know that in Florida, you own the property, right? Where you live? You own your. you own the
yes,
property, right? Okay. Have you declared that property as a homestead?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you know that anyone can find out anyone's homestead address in the state of Florida by going to a property appraiser or a tax office county website?
So what?
So that means it's public, ma'am.
Okay, but
Again, once he says a statement, you say, though, well, that's your opinion, bitch, and then move on. Don't respond. But oh no, she can't resist. She can't resist at all. It's just one of those things that just sort of happens, you know. I'm sorry, that was rude of me.
all my married names weren't public. All of my personal information.
Yes, every single one of those are public, sweetheart. Everything about you is public at that point in time. Sweetheart. Let me explain something for people that don't understand this. All I have to do is punch in her name, even one portion of her name and her address. I can find out every single name that she has, every single place that she's lived, every single place that she's worked, every single phone number that she's had. All public information. This is what I do for a living. I research people. whenever I have to serve somebody, I have to know their name, what they're driving, where they live, their address, all that kind of stuff. Whenever someone is getting served, I have to know these kinds of things. It's all public information. I can find out in probably 5 minutes, if I know your name, I can find out who your parents were, where they lived, and how they passed if they're that age. I can find out all this information. Part of my life, part of my job is to do this because it's all public information. There's no violation there. HIPAA laws provide a loophole for court cases and subpoenas so info can be obtained. See, I don't know that. I don't know the law on that. We looked up before and it's even showed where we lived in Germany. Exactly, Elka. That's and it's not that I'm like trying to be mean or rude or anything, but all of this information can be found out. It just depends on whether you want to go search this stuff out. Me, I don't, because she means nothing to me. This is just interesting watching the craziness of it. Why would I go and search her out? It serves no purpose. I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think about her after I shut down the stream tonight. I'll go to sleep and I'm going to be thinking about the 50 emails that I have to respond to in the morning. That's what I get concerned with. I don't think about her outside of it because she means nothing.
About what I did as employment and what I've done for my whole life from 18 on wasn't public.
Actually,
yes, it is.
That's how I got it. It was all public information. Vast majority of it made public by none other than LIEnette herself, who can't keep her mouth shut online.
Your address.
Harley's information wasn't public.
You're not responding. Your address is public. Your address is public. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
There you
Let's go to part B now.
D.
Or C, sorry. Is your cell phone number a private
May
number?
I get up and shut the door because it's cold in here? Can I shut the door again, please?
Of course.
Never mind. It's
Of
shut.
course. I don't even want to wonder who shut her.
True.
I yelled loud enough that he heard me.
We've heard you yell a lot, but we didn't hear you yell that. Okay, so is your cell phone number or your telephone number private?
No.
Okay. And that's because Jeremy gave it out, or is it available otherwise to other people?
Jeremy did give it out, but my tortoise rescue does have my number on it. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
All right, now we see
public information.
some sort of web address here. Driving by the house and recording, intending to berate LIEnette and John for his YouTube channel. We'll watch that video. Town employees quit after corruption is uncovered. Jeremy and his passengers see LIEnette and John parked in the neighbor's house. He slowly drives the LIEnette, turns around and closely follows them to their property. Did you see this video that's being referenced here?
Bits and pieces of it. If it's right there, then yes, I saw that part of the video. I watched everything that's timestamped.
Okay. And did you get alerted to this video?
So it would be timestamped by you, or it was timestamped by somebody else helping you. So that means somebody's been helping her this whole way through. Because if she's not watching it, that means somebody else has been watching it for her, giving her the information. There's only one way to get it, and then you have to verify that that information is true and correct, and then you have to be able to call this in. 501c rescue is public record. Absolutely, it is, Ted.
Because you watched it by yourself? On your own, Felician, did you watch the video, or did someone tell you to watch this video?
This is one where I believe he followed us to our property, and then I'm not sure if this is the one where Russell Meeks pulled into our driveway and he filmed us at the end of our driveway having a conversation.
Okay, that's not.
I'm not sure. I'd have to refresh my memory. I don't know if this thing was done a long time ago.
All right. if you're showing up for deposition, you're making accusations, you have all of these pleadings, it is incumbent upon you, sweet cheeks, that you know exactly what's on every single bit of this. You need to know an answer. If you don't know the answer to the question, say, I viewed it, but I don't remember. It's been too long. Oh no, she can't calm her cool. She can't cool her jets on this.
This thing, you mean this evidence log was done a long time ago?
Yeah, May.
Okay.
I would have to watch it to refresh my memory to see what it was.
Well, let's see. In May of 2023, well, let's make it easier. You said that before you moved to Otter Creek, you'd only watched a couple of Jeremy's videos, right?
Right.
Okay. And then you testified earlier in this deposition that you've watched many videos once you got here as a fan.
Yes, she did.
Right?
No, I did not say that I watched many videos. Again, you're putting words in my mouth.
I can't imagine anybody in their right mind wanting to put anything in that evil woman's mouth. Now, I hope you understand, Randy already has all the answers to all the questions. She's just incriminating herself further and further and further. We have lists and pages of text messages of her texting individuals in Otter Creek about every video she watched. I mean, she couldn't handle it when we were in Hawaii, when we got to Grand Canyon. She could not handle it. Like, how in the world can they do these things? The residents of Otter Creek will be there to testify against her for myself and George and all the rest of the residents of Otter Creek.
Well,
I did not.
Okay. So I want to make sure I'm following this. When you got here to Otter Creek, before you had problems with Jeremy,
yes.
Okay, were you watching his videos regularly?
No, I was not. I was busy.
Got it. Did you?
And this could be true. She could have some that are giving her good legal advice. They could have some that are giving her bad legal advice. But the thing is if they're doing this as in the capacity of an attorney, that means that one, they can become a witness. And see, this is why it could become so bad for these YouTube lawyers. Okay? And I'll say this in all seriousness. These YouTube lawyers that are getting involved thinking, well, I washed my hands of it. It was never me. All it takes is for her to lose her case, and she can turn around and go after those law tube lawyers, whatever the fuck they are. She can go after them and say, they were contacting me. They were giving me this advice. They were telling me to do this. And if you don't think that she won't do that she won't come after them, just wait till she loses. Wait till she loses, and all these law tube lawyers, every single one of them, she will turn against every damned one of them. She will come after them with a vengeance. She'll hire another attorney just to go after them. It's a sad thought, but I don't feel bad for anybody that is giving her advice, especially if it's unsolicited advice. Any shit that comes down on them, they brought that upon themselves. That's all I have to say about it. There's a reason why a lot of these folks that get involved in these kinds of cases that think they're helping because all you have to say is this, all you have to do is this. They've already attached their name to it, and she will go after them. This is the level of crazy that she is. I feel bad for them because at any point in time they could have said, I'm not giving you any legal advice at all. If I'm giving you legal advice, you're going to have to pay me. But oh no, it might have been pro se, or whatever the hell they want to call it. Pro se. She will for sure go after each and every one of them. Yeah. They think they're immune to this stuff? Dude. You live in the most litigious country in the West. Do you think that people like her are doing anything except for looking out for themselves? I mean, just saying. All the people that are giving them advice, they'll turn on them in a heartbeat. You know, it'd be no different than me giving some sort of legal advice to Yamaha. Don't ever listen to any of my legal. One, I'm not an attorney and I don't know shit. But me giving, and I use Yamaha because he's a good friend of mine. It would be like me giving him advice as an attorney and or telling him to purchase a stock, for example. Hey, purchase this stock. You'll become a multimillionaire. And then whenever he goes out and does it, he could come back and sue me for giving him this bad advice of telling him that this was an absolute, like, wonderful hot pick of a stock. It happens all the time on YouTube. There's a reason why they have these disclaimers, all these people that are buying, selling stocks and crypto and all this kind of stuff, why they come out and they say, this is not legal advice. Yamaha has big shoulders. It's not all big on Yamaha. He also has big arms.
Ever watch his videos on your own choosing without anyone
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon. What does that mean?
Once in a blue moon. I'm busy. I have a 4-year-old daughter with a life-threatening metabolic disorder with a feeding tube. I have a property. We're building a house.
There's no need to shout, ma'am.
I don't have time to sit and watch videos of Jeremy Hale's. I watched some storage unit videos. That's it. But when Mr. Hale's started attacking the townspeople, I stopped watching Jeremy Hale's altogether.
So you've never watched Jeremy Hale's videos, not about storage units, because you just wanted to watch, not because someone told you to watch, right?
I never said that. Again, you're lying.
Ma'am, I'm asking you a question.
See what you're doing?
Ma'am, I get to ask the questions again.
Right, you're lying.
Ma'am, let's try it again. I'm trying to understand your story. That's all I'm trying to do, get the truth. Okay? So the question is, this is very important. So let's make sure we're clear.
Tedious.
You said you've watched videos because someone has told you to watch Jeremy Hale's certain videos, right?
I made a decision to stop watching videos because I could no longer stomach them. It makes me upset. It makes me have anxiety, and it triggers me in other ways, and I cannot deal with it. So I do not watch his videos unless I have to.
And when you say you have to, it's because someone has told you to watch those videos, right? Because
of this case, not because someone has just told me to. It's because of the stalking. It's because of the lies. It's because of the fans making the threats that they're making. It's because of everything.
You watch the videos without someone telling you because of what's happening in this case?
I have at times, no, because people tell me to.
Okay, that was my question. Do you understand? It doesn't take that long to understand. So about what you said you've watched. Please don't make me give you.
I do not.
I'm in the middle of a question again. Please stop. I'm in the middle of a question. I'm trying to frame a question so you understand it. Listen, you've tested and you're not, ma'am, are you talking to somebody?
No, I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
No,
please don't talk to yourself. Please don't speak when I'm asking a question. Please.
I have the freedom of speech. I'm sorry. You can't take that
away.
No,
you don't.
Okay. For your own viewing pleasure, nothing to do with this case, you've only watched Jeremy Hale's video on storage units. Is that your testimony?
I have seen maybe 3 coin pusher videos. That's it.
Okay.
Once he started badgering and hurting people, I stopped watching his videos.
And I think you put in your pleading that was around February 2023, right?
Right.
Okay.
He started hurting people and started hurting me.
All right. So
This is where it gets really crazy. LIEnette and Crook stalk us into Otter Creek. They already know all the issues of Otter Creek because they've been watching What the Hales on a daily basis. First thing they do is they start going to town hall meetings. They are the ones that started recording town hall meetings. They are the ones that created Facebook groups against Russ the Sus, against Mary, against Attorney Worm, against Stuart Stewart. They are the ones that placed up signs, handwritten illegally in different community boxes, and then posted a huge sign on a 4-by-8-foot plywood sheet on their property illegally. All of this, them hurting the residents of Otter Creek. Now, Russ the Sus was doing illegal things. Mary was doing inappropriate illegal things, and others were as well. So for her to say that I was coming in and I was hurting the people of Otter Creek, the woman literally started Facebook pages against the people of Otter Creek, hung illegal signs, started filming everything, created fights, the whole deal. Her whole plan, outlined and screenshot, was to first get Mary fired from town hall.
February of 2023, after around that time, the only time you've watched a Jeremy Hale's video is because someone told you to watch it relating to this case, right?
Yes, I do not watch his videos because they are not fun. They're not funny. They're
But
not
that's
entertaining.
that's extra stuff. You said
Okay.
yes.
I do not watch his videos anymore unless I have to.
That's not the question. We're going to keep, you said yes, and then you added stuff, which means I have to follow up. If you don't add, I won't follow up. So let's see if we can understand, even including your follow-up. At some point, you said around February 2023, you stopped watching Jeremy Hale's videos that were watched because for your own pleasure, right?
Right.
Okay.
I don't know around when. I'm
Right.
not sure.
Well,
When
you
he
said-
started bullying people, I stopped watching.
If I'm a bully, I'm curious what she would call all this then.
Here we still have the illegal sign right here on the property. Here we go. Still have the illegal sign. Here we go.
Okay, voluntarily.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Okay, and any videos that you've watched since that time, which is around February of 2023, you've watched a lot of his videos, but only because someone told you to watch them, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, do you recall? And who told you? And who told you? Oh, that's right. You've already answered that question. You're not going to tell us. Okay. So, there's a sentence in here describing the video. See it on page
Apparently.
25? See the screen, ma'am? See? See where it says Jeremy slowly drives by LIEnette's house? See that right there at the top?
Yep.
Okay. Those aren't your words, right?
No. As I said, Lizzie wrote this up. She watched all of the videos and then wrote down everything that was pertinent to what was happening to me.
Right. And you're not going to tell us
And-
anything. You're not going to tell me.
No,
anyway,
I won't. No, I won't.
And you're taking the fifth because of that.
Yes, I am.
obviously.
Okay.
The phone is dying.
And as you sit here today, have you watched these videos recently that are on this first complaint?
No, I have not.
Do you have any memory of them as you sit here today without having to watch them again?
No, I would have to watch them again to refresh my memory on what they are.
Okay. All right, then we'll go on. Well, let me go back to the top then. One moment.
Oh, yeah. That thing is, hey, they are giving her free legal advice. And they both sign their names to the papers, or rather, Deuce has gotten Stark to put his John Henry on the papers. So she will own both if she pursues it. And here's the thing about all that. These folks that are doing these kinds of things, want to get involved in it. Whenever she goes after them, we'll watch the same depositions again. Except it will be them that are screaming and yelling and wondering why are these things happening to me? Why is she coming after me? Support me. Help me out. Because she will come for you. It's just a matter of time. Who will take her on the case? The next sucker. They'll have she'll have valid case against them though. Don't you understand this? Is she'll have a valid case against every single one of those attorneys that are backing her and supporting her and giving her illegal advice. She'll have a case to go after them. Every single one of these people that are giving her this illegal advice can come after her. She can go after them. I mean, there's certain things that lawyers can do and certain things they can't. And whenever they start, going in there and acting a certain way, telling her how to respond, writing motions for her that they shouldn't be writing for her, those kinds of things. Oh yeah, that comes down to state by state. Even if you're in another state, that doesn't mean that you're immune from it. Oh my God, no, sweet cheeks. There's a reason why you have that law degree. There's a reason why you charge so much per hour. And that stuff is going to come back to bite them. Every damn one of them. I don't feel a whole lot of sympathy.
All right, Ms. Preston, here we go. I'm going to share the screen again. Okay, Ms. Preston, I need to make this a little smaller. This is, do you recognize this as your handwriting? Page 5.
Yes, yes, that's my handwriting.
And for the record, this is the next exhibit. And we can make sure we're on the right numbers here in order. It's our petition, 50 pages. She filed with the clerk courts in Levy County. Ma'am, this is your handwriting, correct?
Yes,
And everything in here is true and correct, right?
yes.
You want to look at it, please, before you say that? What are you doing, ma'am? Are you texting somebody?
No, yeah,
Who are you texting?
someone to have them call my lawyer and ask them if they're going to still call me or not.
Ma'am, this is just like a court proceeding. You're not
Okay.
supposed to text people during your court proceeding. By the way, I'd like to ask you, during our court proceedings in this case, have you texted someone during those proceedings in front of Judge Thomas's?
No, I have not. But someone just asked me if they called me. I said no. They're contributing. They're helping me with the money. So I told her no, he had not called me yet. That's all I said.
So when you're giving testimony under oath, you're not to have any assistance and you're not supposed to communicate with anybody.
No one is assisting me in anything.
I'm going to ask you not to communicate with anyone in the room or outside of the room when you're giving testimony. We're asking for your testimony, not anyone else to communicate. Okay?
No one is giving me anything to communicate.
So please, I don't want to see you texting anybody, ma'am, in the future in this deposition. Please don't do it. And I'm going to ask you to now to put the screen up and show us your text that you sent a few minutes ago.
She's messaging Patty, who sent her $7,000 for the retainer for Silverman. My heart breaks for the woman because she'll never see a penny of that back. And she lied about texting in court. It's all on video. The court has provided us the video. Her and Russ the Sus are texting back and forth. Russ the Sus being the first to be subpoenaed for depositions for the federal court. And yes, Patty Plummer will be a part of it as well. And if they've deleted all the messages, they find themselves guilty and pressing charges for, yes, tampering with evidence. So many people she's involved in this that these individuals think that they were just going to be a part of it. There would be no consequences. There's huge consequences, which you're about to see in the next episode of the deposition. The last one. We're almost done.
Mm, mm, mm. Yum. I had to get a little bit of a snack. All this craziness makes me hungry. Oh, we're done with that one. We're getting closer. There's still more to go. It's just like the gift that keeps on giving. Craziness happens all the damn time. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely. I mean, some of the stuff I haven't even seen yet, and I'm just sitting there going, what in the hell? The Hales. No. Damn, such good marketing. I'm impressed. There's so many things that I just want to say that I bite my tongue on these things because it's just I don't like seeing people fail. I like seeing people fail. And I'll just leave it at that. I think I'll just leave it at that. Bubbles, the federal crime of witness tampering, 11 U.S.C. Section 1512 includes several variations. Section 12 focuses on tampering of witness, victim, or informant. I mean, here's the thing. If he is a return, he has the right to depose him. Usually you set that up through opposing counsel, so that way you can get things done properly. I don't know anything about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't get involved in that stuff, so I don't know. Yamaha, you are still pretty. I agree. He is a very pretty woman. Just so you know, he is a very pretty woman, according to Caitlin. Caitlin will say, yeah, always thought Yamaha was a hot chick. Yep. Probably is. One of the hottest chicks you'll ever meet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 11 o'clock. I believe I've got you guys set up to go over to another wonderful streamer. We will see. Let me double check and make sure that I've still got it all set up, because I'm a slack ass that way. Looks like the expert's still on, and I believe he's doing some coin pushers. Oh, so that would be the place to send you guys. If he is doing coin pushers, then I'm going to send all you fine people over there and make sure that you're subbed up to him. He's good people. He is one of the rarest kind that you will ever find in the world. This man, if you're not subbed up to him, you should be. You should be absolutely subbed up to the expert, because he doesn't get involved in all this stuff, and it could be a lack of intelligence, but I think it's also a lot of smarts that he stays out of this kind of stuff. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm going to send you guys over there, give him some love, and he'll probably be joining you guys over a little bit later on MGs. And I've got 69 of you people. That is a good time. That's all I'm saying. 69 is a good time. Everybody have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys on the flip side. In the meantime,
George, psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why. Why the Hales would we buy where we bought?
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
When we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill 1 day after its due date. Every meeting. And you're going to bring the police to the movie.
I didn't start this war with the neighbors. but I fully intend on winning it.
I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not, and my brain does not work that way.